great day to be alive on this Monday. Kyle, Brust, and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. My name is Ben Brust. Alongside me in a jersey I don't know what it is, it's Kyle Wallace.
Yeah, this jersey is courtesy of the Milwaukee Brewers, as they'll be giving away this throwback 90s Brewers jersey on Saturday, July 12th at the Milwaukee Brewers game. So I'm just
Our walking Milwaukee Brewer mascot, Kyle Wallace, is back.
Brewers.com/tickets. Take that, Packers Pro Shop.
It's ridiculous. Brad Nortman, longtime NFL punter, Super Bowl 50 runner-up. Every time I say that, I feel like we don't really appreciate that you went and played in Super Bowl 50, and you punted a heck of a lot of times.
I punted a lot of times, more times than I would have liked. But what do you know? Been there, done that. And just thinking about Kyle's jersey, because it's looking directly at me.
Good, ain't it?
Boy, I'll tell you what. It's good, but all I can think about is County Stadium, bad times.
Jeff Cirillo.
Jeremy Burnett.
Here we go.
Jeff Jenkins. I'm just seeking. Can I get anybody?
Bob Wickman.
Oh, wow.
You're Bob Wickman.
Over to the KBN Sports Desk with producer Alex Stro.
Wow, what a name.
Brad Nortman is tied for the fourth most punts in Super Bowl history.
Hey, that's a nugget.
Fourth most punts.
Yeah, ironically, the guy who's in first place, his name is also Brad. Brad Maynard. Who played for the New York Giants in Super Bowl, I don't know what number that would have been. The one that was played in 2001, the 2000 NFL season.
Oh, the Giants.
Giants-Ravens.
Yeah,
so I think that
Eric Engler's teammate.
If you look at, I believe, number 3 and number 2, they were also from those same games, because the other guy that punted, Britton Colquitt, that punted for the Broncos.
All right, we've gone too
also
far.
had a lot.
We've gone too far.
Number 3, he's 8. He had one more than you.
And is number 2 the other punter who played in that game with the Giants?
No.
The Giants and the Ravens?
Yes.
Wait,
yes,
Giants and the Ravens.
Kyle Richardson punted 10 times.
Oh,
Wait,
see,
didn't the Ravens score like 40 points? Didn't they blow the Giants out in that Super Bowl?
34, I believe.
How did
Lots
he
of
punt?
punts.
Lots of punts. 34.
That's a lot of possessions.
Those are the
That's a
Super
lot of
Bowls we
possessions.
remember, boys. The
34 to
punting
7.
bowls.
All right.
That's
Unfortunately, I didn't want to go here, but who's number 1?
Brad Maynard.
Yeah.
They lost that game.
11 punts?
11 punts in the Super Bowl.
Wow. That is
How do you
brutal.
score 34 points and you punted 8 times in one game?
Special teams touchdowns, maybe?
I think
Defensive touchdowns?
That defense was
That's
disgusting.
what I'm saying.
Nasty.
Defense and special teams. Defensive touchdowns.
Trent Dilfer was the quarterback. That's why their offense couldn't move the ball.
Trent Dilfer. Who was the quarterback for the Giants?
Brad?
Kerry
Collins.
Collins.
What a strange Super Bowl that was.
That was.
I like the era of football we're in now a lot better.
That's a bad quarterback matchup. That's bad.
And Brad Johnson was the year before that, wasn't he?
That's correct, yeah.
800-990-3776.
And Brett Favre won 1 Super Bowl?
800-990-3776. That's how we got back here to Kyle being upset about the Green Bay Packers quarterbacks only have 1 Super Bowl because we mentioned Trent Dilfer's name.
Rich Gannon went into as many Super Bowls as Aaron Rodgers.
That's crazy.
Hold on. Aaron Rodgers' career isn't over yet.
Oh, gosh. We're failures. We're failures in Green Bay. Kerry Collins.
Trent Dilfer
has
same resume as Aaron Rodgers when it comes to Super
But
Bowl.
guys,
One time.
They're leaving out so much context. So much context.
maybe the all-time defense.
Just saying.
Yeah.
Did the Packers have the all-time defense from 96 to 2021?
Y'all know what flex the Bears don't use? Rex Grossman went to as many Super Bowls as Aaron Rodgers.
Don't give him the material.
How could they not be saying that?
That's a good line.
How can they not be saying that?
That's a really good point.
That's terrible.
That's a stunning fact.
It's also hard, though, when you've never had a quarterback throw for 4,000. I mean, I guess that's what makes it even more unbelievable.
We were able to get to a Super Bowl with a trash quarterback. You guys had a good man. Listen, I was a Bears fan, which I would never be. I tell you, I'll be ripping the Packers too.
800-990-3776 is the Carveless Talking text line. We're on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison. Hope everyone had a happy and safe 4th of July and weekend. I feel like there was a lot of lake time for 3 of us. I know Brad went up north. I was in Missouri. Kyle, you got a boat on the Milwaukee River.
I do. I was not on the Milwaukee River. I was somewhere else, probably just as disgusting.
Strofe, any lake time for you? I guess, did you go check out Brad's area? We're going to have the Summerfest slumber party across the lake.
So it's actually funny you say that, Ben.
Tell him the story.
Because I was standing over by the lake, and I was looking at that little island that Brad referred to, and I go, there's no way we could do this.
Why not?
It just wouldn't make sense. What do you mean tell them the story?
Well, there was a fan that walked by from KBN Nation, and we're doing the show live from Summerfest. And he walks by and he says, hey, the slumber party, too hot, man. It's too hot for the slumber party.
Funny.
Those were a 3-part edition of Hear Brad Outs on Wednesdays, in which he was trying to make Summerfest even better than it already is.
Real quick, how was AI and surprise acts received?
AI was dumb.
AI was
surprise acts
dumb.
well received.
I didn't like the surprise acts that much.
I didn't like either of them.
AI, I thought it wasn't AI, wasn't it a
Yeah,
hologram?
AI hologram.
That's
Hologram stage with artists that are maybe no longer with us.
Yeah, that'd be a thrill.
I thought that was good.
I was all in on the surprise acts, though. I thought that was brilliant.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to pay all this money just to be in front of an act I don't like.
You're such a weird person. I just want to say this. It has nothing to do with the Summerfest thing. Your cares in life really, Kyle, they mess with my brain.
What
when I threw a banana peel out the window, you acted like I should have been jailed for 30 days.
Everything my father worked 35 years in the city for.
Okay, and so now you're telling me that you before the show that you don't pee in lakes?
Listen, I didn't say I didn't pee in lakes. I said I'm disgusted by those that pee around people in lakes. So this past weekend, I went to Big Cedar Lake out in West Bend. You know, I was hanging out with them Whitefish Bay folks, having a great time. I love hanging out with them on the lake. But as I'm there,
I love them, but
what I realized is sanitary and sanitation is not something that is their forte. So I'm sitting here hanging out, having just a good time because they go to little sandbars, right? You drop the anchor, you play the music.
Beersby.
The boat next to me, them girls was twerking, shaking body to Sexy Red.
You weren't looking at that.
I was not looking, but I was enjoying the music.
Now.
Me and my fiance enjoyed that music. We enjoy ratchet music. So I said, this is what I like to hear out in West Bend, some ratchet music. And so I'm out there for an hour, playing some games. 2 hours go by, playing some games. Then it gets to the third hour. I said, oof, I got to break the seal. So I decided, you know what? Let me be a decent human being. Go ahead, walk to the bushes. So I got up and I splash, ran away from all the boats and the people so I could go out there and relieve myself in peace. Then I came back, splash, came back, played games again. And then I said, oh, got to use the bathroom. And I left again, came back, and I had to use the bathroom the third time. I said, whoa. We're all in our 30s here. There's no way that you 30, 40, and 50-year-olds are holding your bladder for 3 hours. And they said, what do you mean holding our bladder? I said, yeah. Nobody has to use the bathroom. You know what they told me?
They've been peeing the whole time.
Oh, we're just peeing right here. I said, what? You peeing right here? Yeah, you just pee in the lake. I said, wait a minute. So you mean to tell me I'm sitting here having a conversation with you, in mid-conversation, you just let me loose
I would be dead.
Right
I'd be looking at you dead in your optic stems, just peeing.
I said, this is disgusting. Not only is this just unsanitary, I've been swimming and splashing in pee for 3 hours with these people, and I'm thinking the lake water's a little murky because of the fact that maybe it's just a little dirty. No, it's because I'm playing in pee. Disgusting. And it's bad for the environment as well, just so you know. And it's very unsanitary, and it's not healthy for the fish. This is disgusting. We have to stop it. I didn't realize people pee in lakes like that. I knew you peed in a lake, but I thought you go to the outskirts to pee. And then I realized I'm the only one running to the outskirts
I've never
to pee.
seen like just an influx of people swimming away and being like, hey, I'll be right back. I'm going to pee.
I was curious. What everybody else ain't going to pee?
Everyone just pees. You pee in the lake.
Kyle, you were at Big Cedar Lake?
Big Cedar Lake in West Bend, Wisconsin. Shout out to JJ.
It is the largest lake in the county. It has 10 miles of shoreline, over 900 acres, and it goes over 100 feet in depth. Whatever pee might be just trickled into that water, that is but a droplet in an otherwise massive
And
body
at
of
no
water.
point
in one area peeing.
And
Everybody's
at
peeing
no point
themselves.
did you say, ooh, this water's getting a little warm around here.
I didn't know it was hot
Getting
out.
a little foggy.
It looked foggy, and I thought maybe it was foggy because
so
of
full
the
of it.
environment.
No, you didn't.
I promise y'all, I got a video on my phone. I wish I would have got the water in it. Maybe it's a little. The water looked a little nasty, but I said, you know what, pal? People in here swimming. It must be healthy. I got home. I had to take a shower. I'm scratching. I still been scratching since dang Friday. It's disgusting. And just so y'all know, for those who I know in KBN Nation at 800-990-3776 are going to come in and try to rip me for being dumb, for not knowing that people peed in lakes, I just want y'all to know, peeing in a lake might seem harmless, but it can negatively impact the environment and potentially
He's reading this off a script.
Health risk. It can. It's bad for the fish. They say it can mess up with fish, and they repopulate.
What happens
the world.
to the fish?
Well, you know, KBN Nation, I'm not a doctor, but what they're saying, if somebody's on birth control and they pee in the water and the fish consume that, it can mess up their opportunity to have
reproduction?
Yes. So y'all messing up the fish reproduction.
Wow.
Because y'all want to pee in the lake.
Was this your first realization of life, that other people will pee in bodies of water?
I knew people pee in bodies of water. I didn't know they did.
You don't pee in the ocean?
No, why would I pee in the ocean? Usually when I'm in the ocean, I'm on a beach where I can go to a hotel to go pee. I would just
wait, you're going to leave the comfort of the beach to go pee?
I literally was in St. Martin a couple months ago, and I was in the water. I had to pee. I put on my flip-flops. I went inside the hotel, and then I peed, and I came back.
That's worse because you're dragging all that sand from the beach all the way into the hotel.
That's so bad for the environment. I can't believe you.
Why are y'all peeing in the ocean when you're at a hotel and it's literally a 2-minute walk away to go use the bathroom?
Because it's a 30-second walk into the ocean, and that's even bigger, and it's salted.
The Carbless Talking text line is chiming in, making sure Kyle knows that fish also pee.
It's different. Their pee is part of the environment. We thought fossil fuels were ruining the earth. No, all you pee pans people are ruining the earth. That's the real problem.
Kyle.
You picked the weird. Didn't I start this correct way? Where he cares about
the things that you take offense to.
Peeing next to somebody in the water is okay.
Yeah.
I can't wait to go on your boat.
No, if you pee on my boat off the pontoon, I'm kicking you off. I'm telling you this right now.
It would be not uncommon if we were out with our friends in Jacksonville Beach, for instance. If there's like 6 of us, and we're like, shoot, we all got to go pee. You go out to the beach, you wade in the water for a little bit. You come back. Y'all pee together.
Do y'all
lovely.
So wait a minute. So you guys just sit there in your shorts, you pee. I couldn't even. I literally had to.
It washes
drop
out.
my drawers to pee.
It washes out. How far away did you walk? You walked from where you were standing.
It was probably 20 to 25 feet.
Wouldn't you have just felt good? Have you ever peed in water before?
I peed in water. I just don't pee in water 2 feet from a human being. I usually like to get myself, unbuttoned and
feels pretty good.
You need to unbutton yourself in the lake?
Real talk. Real talk. Listen, I've admitted this before.
That is weird. Now that's strange.
Real talk. I wet the bed at the age of 6, so I had a problem when I was a kid. And so when you a bedwetter at the age of 6, you don't like peeing on yourself. So I went into the water, and I tried to do it without pulling some of my shorts down, my swimming trunks down. I couldn't. It just would not come out.
Have you ever been on a lake or somewhere where you're out to sea, right? Maybe you're not close to the shoreline. You're out to sea. You're driving around. You're maybe having a couple
Kyle
of drinks.
Out to sea.
And you got to pee. What do you do then?
There's one time that I peed in the water. It was back at Prior Lake, Michigan, back in 2009, where I hopped off the side of the boat foolishly, very stupid. Well, 18, 19, very stupid decisions. And I peed as the boat was moving, but that was probably the only time that I did that. Yeah,
you
very
wouldn't stand at the back, hold on to something, and
I was
let it rip?
No, I jumped into the water and I peed.
Oh, God.
Because there's boats all around. I can't just, public indecent exposure. I don't get arrested.
Mike Jones chimes in. Kyle, you better never ever call Ben Brust dumb again. Mike Jones.
Who?
Mike Jones.
Who?
No one is on your side here. Like literally,
I'm on the right side.
Stro, you can look. Since the start of the show, there's been 20 messages on the text line about Kyle's crazy habits, and they have no one defending him.
I've never heard of this before.
Additionally, urine can contain bacteria and even trace amounts of medication that can be harmful to both humans and aquatic life.
Well, it's part of evolution. They're going to build some. They're going to build some immunity.
It's going to give a fish a third eye. It's just going to happen.
It's messing with the algae as well.
Algae.
I'm just telling y'all ruining
Kyle,
the earth
you
with
don't
your
give
pee.
a damn about the algae.
One relief at a time.
This is my whole point. He chooses the weirdest things to be a hero about.
All right, now,
and his stance today is, y'all are gross peeing in the lake.
So what are you going to do about it from here going forward?
And it all stems from the fact that he wetted his bed until he was 6, and he's got stage fright in the lake, so he's got to take his flippy flops, get out of the ocean, walk to the bathroom, go pee, and come back in.
Okay.
So now it's all of our fault because you have some PTSD of peeing in the bed.
Do you think
that's what I got?
Wow. Do you think you could get over the stage fright and pee in front of people?
What are we talking about? what are
This is for your benefit.
What are we talking about?
Adam chimes in, speaking your language. Of all the toxic things that are dumped in the lake, pee is going to be toxic to the fish, Kyle?
Here's the problem.
You won't go in Lake Michigan, not because of the pee.
This is disgusting. But
So now you're choosing pee today? Kyle, backpedal for all
my biggest issue with it is I understand I pee on the edges. My biggest issue is people are peeing within feet of you. How are you having a conversation? Okay, I'm going back to talking. How are you having a conversation? Just like that. Somebody just stop talking.
I don't need to stop talking while I'm peeing.
Oh, my God.
Kyle is acting like he's peeing right into the fish's mouth.
Oh, my God.
You're not. The fish might not even be by you.
It's being so diluted, it can't make an impact. This isn't like a small pond.
You know what?
You have 100
You should be a marine biologist.
I should be. I hope you both, who both I know, you Silver Spoon boys, go to lakes all the time. I hope you
they flash out. There's some real Gen Z energy out of you.
Never have an open wound, and you're with some people who may have some bacteria infection going on, and their pee gets into your open wound, and all of a sudden, my Silver Spoon boys in the hospital. I hope nothing bad happens to y'all.
That is such a visual.
You're crazy.
I'm healthy. I'm on the right side of history. It's wrong. I'm not saying don't pee in the water. I'm saying don't pee next to people in the water at one spot.
How many people were along the shoreline that you were hanging out? Like how many boats? How many people?
Oh, my
50?
gosh. Oh, my
100?
gosh. It was a bunch of boats and a bunch of people.
So you expect everybody to get out of the water and everyone to come back in?
So 1 of 100 got out to pee. 99 others were peeing, and Kyle was swimming all in it.
I was the only person that got out. I didn't realize I was swimming in pee all day.
Wow.
Hot pee.
So you're not going to change?
I don't think I'll be I might just stay on the boat next time. I don't think I'll be getting in the water.
This is going to prevent you from having fun in the water?
Unless I forget. No, it is. Yes.
Give him a couple drinks. He'll be good.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. Y'all pee in pools too?
No. That's a limit.
Yes.
Of course these two do. Of course they do.
High five.
That's a little bit strange.
It's strange now.
They're putting chlorine in water now that can reveal.
Brad.
It like turns a color.
Brad, that's like the longest running myth in the history of public pools.
No,
From Ian on the Carbless Talking text line. Take an eyedropper of red dye, put it in a swimming pool. Tell me how much red you see in the water. Same as pee in a lake. I'm more disgusted by gas station bathrooms than a little pee in water.
I don't do gas station bathrooms. Well, I do the ones inside. The ones outside, absolutely not. The key. Here's the key. I'm straight. Next gas station.
Here's the key. I'll go to the next one.
Next station. I got to grab this key that people that use the bathroom with. I'm about to touch. No, thank you.
I did.
Hold on, real quick.
This is exactly what I wanted from all of you, KBN Nation, is to be really upset that Kyle chooses to be like highbrow above everyone by going pee outside of the lake while all the regular folks pee in the lake.
I got some scratches that are itchy still from that day. I might have to sue somebody out in West Bend.
You're scratching your shoulder.
Yeah.
Were you up to your shoulder?
Yeah, I mean it splashed around. I wasn't up to my shoulder, but I dipped around a little bit.
Why are you itching?
What
are you itching now? Why is it
right here is itching?
No,
Kyle.
It looks lower than that.
Shut up.
More next.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
That is completely unacceptable. It is unacceptable for a team to
Unacceptable.
Unacceptable. Is acceptable? Unacceptable?
Unacceptable.
Unaccessible. Wait,
what?
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. On this show, it's always football season.
Yes, it'd be awesome to see him take the Rodgers year 3 jump, the Favre year 3 jump, but he's going to be the quarterback for the foreseeable future here.
Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
So when you keep saying pivotal year, I just wonder what is that fulcrum point that you actually think is going to happen?
Weekdays from 9 to noon on 94.5 ESPN, ESPN Milwaukee's YouTube channel, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
How much does it cost to talk to Gruber Law Offices after a serious crash? It's free. Yes, free. As in it won't cost you anything to speak with us. Not sure if you have a case? Call our team at Gruber Law Offices today. Your first call and your first consultation are always free. And you'll never pay us a fee until we win your case. If you've been seriously injured, call Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
This fall, the Sandman, Adam Sandler, You're My Best Friend Tour.
I feel like we're very good friends now.
Fiserv Forum, October 5th. Get tickets now at Ticketmaster.com.
At Tony Wendorf & Associates First Weber Real Estate Services, we do more than close deals. We serve with gratitude and faith-filled purpose. We have sold over $300 million in real estate since 2020, and we're just getting started. What sets us apart? We care. Even if we're not your agent, we'll still help. That's the kind of stewardship the community deserves. If you're buying or selling across southeastern Wisconsin, let us earn your trust. I'm Tony Wendorf, and I want to create your red carpet experience. Contact us at wendorfteam.firstweber.com.
ESPN Wisconsin's Mark Tauscher here with an offer for a bath or shower remodel from Kohler Services. Family owned for 150 years, Kohler is your Wisconsin manufacturer providing care for life. And this month only, get $1,000 off your Lugstone shower remodel and no interest financing for 12 months. Visit KohlerServicesWI.com to request your free quote with fast professional installation always included. That's KohlerServicesWI.com.
Monica, we've got to hand it to you.
You and the design team have outdone yourselves.
Are you talking about the One collection?
Those rings say you are the one.
And they say it symbolically.
Describe the symbols.
Every ring in the One collection should be presented with a special ritual.
What would that ritual be?
You pick up her left hand and you place a kiss on her ring finger.
Rick, you never told me about that part.
Then you show her the tiny red diamond, flush mounted inside the ring, that will forever be in contact with her finger.
Why is it red?
Because that's when the giver says to the one, wherever you go, my heart goes with you.
I give you this kiss. I give you my heart.
The red diamond is a secret symbol of that sacred moment.
The center diamond on the outside of the ring is for the whole world to see.
But the tiny red created diamond inside the ring is only for the two of them.
The One collection of engagement rings is available exclusively at Kessler's.
To find the Kessler's nearest you,
visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
Kevin Morat, Mentality founder here with a wake-up call. You're running on fumes, gentlemen. Just 1/3 of the free testosterone you need. That's why you're drained, defeated, and disgusted with your progress. But here's the truth. Mentality doctors specialize in epic comebacks. Our clients show an increase of 30% testosterone levels within the first month. We don't just treat men, we reignite lives. Just imagine the focus, energy, and drive being restored. Your comeback starts now. Don't wait. Make this your best year yet. Start today at mentalityhealth.com/radio.
1 in 10 young adults will experience a form of homelessness this year.
For over 50 years, Covenant House has been helping youth in crisis. To learn more, go to covenanthouse.org today.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Hey, I'm on vacation every single day because I love my occupation. Hey, I'm on vacation.
Kyle, Brust, and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. Kyle Wallace is anti-peeing in lakes.
Save the fish. Keep our bodies from getting bacteria. Stop polluting the water with your disgusting urine.
You're going to be, in the next 20 years, definitely with a picket fence over something really, minute.
Yeah, Kyle, you just decide what issues you want to police, and you really dedicate to it to a shocking degree.
And to a minimal cost.
Yeah.
Wow,
no, I don't need any more statistics about peeing in lakes.
And in some cases, infections like leptospirosis can be transmitted through contact with contaminated water. Keep our lakes non-contaminated again. I'm trying. I'm trying to make America clean again.
American lakes.
American lakes.
American lakes.
Gotcha.
Thank you for the cleanup there, Buck. I don't want that smoke.
800-990-ESPN, 800-990-3776 is the Carbless talk and text line. This is more. Strophy's running the show. We got everyone here together. You can get us on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison. Long weekend for some of us. Shout out to Kyle and Stro for holding it down at Summerfest on Friday.
Doesn't even know the date. That's how much.
Thursday. Saw Strophy doing some push-ups. How you feeling? Did you look good out there this weekend?
Yeah, I thought so, man. I don't know. I think I'm getting a little jacked. I'm going on vacation on Wednesday.
Don't take your shirt off in Vegas. You'll be very embarrassed. There's some big guys out there. Don't go to Down Under. What is it called? Thunder Down Under?
The Thunder Down Under?
Don't do it.
No, he might be coming for their jobs.
What is that? Is that the male entertainment club?
Yeah.
Or?
You may not come home. You may come home single.
Well, that's rude.
But she may say, dang, I'm sacrificing a lot.
Double shot. That was unnecessary. Wow. See, he picks weird causes to be very passionate about. First segment was peeing in lakes. Second segment is Stro
kicked his coverage.
I'm trying to protect the boy. He's in love.
Trying to make sure that he doesn't lose his girl.
Right. She might come to a reality. Her senses out there.
So the weekend has passed, and I wouldn't say a lot has happened unless I really missed something in free agency in the NBA offseason trades. A lot of them are becoming more official. I saw a Bobby Portis email come through from the Bucks. He's officially re-signed. But at this point, Miles Turner's a Buck. Damian Lillard's waived. What's done is done. But there needs to be more. And at this point, I'm still thinking it's not just about this year. It's about the future, right? Especially with, I'm actually less worried about the Damian Lillard waiving from a cap standpoint because the cap will continue to go up. Is it great? No, it's not great. But each year, if the cap continues to go up, like we see the NBA and the NFL continue to go up, that percentage of the cap that Damian Lillard's dead money will go to will shrink. But it's still not the greatest thing. You basically had to shed that money to help create money to re-sign Miles Turner, which essentially is a Brook Lopez replacement. So you're still without a Dame. You replace Brook Lopez. You re-sign a lot of the guys from the team. And there needs to be more. There has to be more. I don't care if it's the 2031 first-round draft pick, and I know that's in 6 years, and quite funny upstairs. It was like, that person's 12 right now. They're 12.
Very talented.
For the 12 years old. They may not even have hair under their armpits yet.
But they got a jump shot. I'll tell you that much.
And they might be who the Bucks get, but that's a long time from now. This is part of being a fan and being a GM. Is as a fan, I'm thinking to myself, well, that's not really my problem. But if as a fan you want your team to be successful, kind of want that. But you also have Giannis, and he's a once in a generation type player. But as it stands right now, they're a 4, 5, or 6 seed, and I'm thinking about that. They continue to come back to what they are next year, and if what they are next year is too comparable to the success they had this year, then I don't want to be in the same spot with 1 year left on Giannis' contract, and him likely having to be traded because his goal. We need to make this very clear. Giannis's goal is to win an NBA championship, and he's at the point of his career where loyalty is huge. It is huge. We have that on our side, but it only takes you so far when you're a competitor.
When I look at this Bucks depth chart, I'm reminded of how far this team has left to go. I mean, they haven't done enough to keep Giannis happy for at least the next 2 years. They're not a championship contending team.
Excuse me, I forgot to mention Ryan Rollins, who became the unrestricted free agent.
Come on now,
he's
Ryan.
back.
Young
12, I think I saw. Again, it's not enough.
It's not enough. And there was a lot of excitement and fireworks when you figure it out. Okay, maybe we've been relieved of short-term pain from Dame's contract, and you're able to sign Miles Turner. You look at that and say, okay, that's a pretty darn good front court with Giannis and Miles Turner and Bobby Portis rotating in. But so much more is needed to be a championship team. They're slightly hamstrung by the Dame contract, and they just have depth issues. They've got backcourt issues. They've got scoring issues without a lot of quick fixes. And my thing is, Horst has shown he's willing to just take swing after swing after swing, which I expect, or which I respect, and it's admirable. But as Ben said, this isn't enough. It can't be it. If you go on ESPN.com and then you look up superlatives of the 2025 NBA free agent class so far, the Bucks are under everything negative. They're a team that they said project will have the most regret by Christmas time, both for signing Miles Turner and getting rid of Damian Lillard.
Disagree on the Turner side for that point.
But then the other part is teams that still need to make a big splash, and Bucks are on that list too. So the job's not done, and clearly Horst has picked his path. He has said, we are going to leverage it all to keep Giannis and try to be a championship team. So, Ben, you're exactly right. That first round pick in 2031, whatever it is, you leverage it all, mortgage the whole future to keep Giannis and try to be a championship team. There's no clear path on how to do it, but this team is not equipped to be a championship team and not enough to keep Giannis happy for the next 2 years.
I mean, not enough to keep Giannis happy. That's what this has been about for the last decade plus, is keeping Giannis happy. All the moves that John Horst has made, and yes, I complain about John Horst's ability to draft and develop players. I definitely give him a hard time for that. But something I can't give him a hard time for is the fact that he gives maximum effort to put whatever he can around Giannis to appease and make Giannis happy. We can't continue to do this year after year after year.
He ain't going to be around to rebuild 2031.
Well, okay, if he ain't around 2031, nor are the draft picks. So what are you going to do? We're going to be a bottom of the barrel basketball team. So when I think about what we're doing, is John Horst has done everything he can to appease him. But for one first-round draft pick 6 years from now, what can the Bucks even get for that? When you see actually quality talent that gets moved, they get moved for more than one draft pick. So if you're going to trade away a first-round draft pick, only one of them, you're probably getting a talent in return. I don't see the Bucks being able to get anybody that can actually make a significant impact to turn the team into a championship basketball team.
If it means Kyle Kuzma's paired with a 2031 first round pick, sign me up, because as long as he's on the roster, it's a wasted roster space of somebody who's not going to help contribute to a championship team.
Though? For who?
But then under all these ideas, this is an already doomed roster.
That's where I was just going to go next. If you're already this in, why not go just a little bit further? If it means, as it stands right now, you would answer the question: is this team a championship-worthy team?
I mean, the answer is clearly no. But
then do more.
But who are they going to trade for to be able to become a championship team? But with one draft pick, they're going to have to salvage a lot more of the future to find somebody that can actually contribute. I would prefer the Milwaukee Bucks try to dip their toe in the water if Bradley Beal gets available than trying to trade a first-round draft pick. The Bucks have traded all the picks for Drew Holiday, all the picks for Damian Lillard, all the picks for Jake Crowder. They've traded everything.
Well, they got some of those second-rounders
They've
back.
traded everything. All right, so at a certain point, you have to say we've tried our best, Giannis.
So you're stopping now after waiving Dame and after just to get Miles Turner. You're like, I'm good.
There's going to be some people waived, and you just going to have to figure something out. Buyout's going to happen. You got to figure something out.
Even if Bradley Beal,
but you know buyouts aren't going to get you to a championship. The Bucks have gone a buyout route before to add depth that didn't actually contribute to the team that won a championship.
I just don't see anybody that's up and available that can come to the Milwaukee Bucks for one draft pick. You're going to have to give up a lot more to get somebody that can actually contribute. What young 28 and under person can the Milwaukee Bucks acquire that fit the needs that they have? I don't think there's anybody out there. There's nobody out there you can trade for or that you ain't giving up everything or that's even available.
This goes back to the fact that the Bucks have so little resources. I don't see a clear path.
Why do they have so little resources?
Because they've traded them all away to try to get that championship.
Let's just do it again, and then 5 years from now, the Bucks.
But if you don't try and win a championship, sayonara to Giannis, and then you're rebuilding anyways.
Giannis got to give us some time.
Because why would Giannis?
He's not going to. He's gonna give you this year, but he wants to win a championship.
He's in the back.
Father time is real.
Back half of his prime. He doesn't have time to give. He has to see a somewhat championship team by next year's team, not like this upcoming season, the season after. They have to be like a legit contender, and I just don't see any ways to get there.
The Bucks should have some more space financially after this season as well, but he just has to trust in the process of the Milwaukee Bucks, and they're going to say, listen, we did all we could this offseason, and then you saw the magic we worked. You wanted Miles Turner. You recruited him. We got him here. We didn't want to really have to move on from Dame, but we had to do it to get Miles Turner. Now give us until next offseason. So all I'm saying is this, is Giannis needs to give the Milwaukee Bucks a benefit of the doubt because the Bucks have did anything and everything to satisfy him.
It's not how professional sports works, unfortunately. I know what you're asking. Yeah, but
Kobe would do it. Kobe did it. Kobe took a couple down years.
But Kobe had 5 championships at that point. He was solidified as one of the greatest players of all time. 4. Okay, sorry. He was a top 10 player of all time.
Marcus chimes in on the Carbless talking text line, and he says that's why the Bucks won't be successful. Imagine trying to make one player happy instead of making the best team possible. Jerry Krause, the former Bulls GM, RIP, would never be keeping Giannis. This is ownership malpractice. Now, the difference, I think we sometimes are conflating because there is a little bit of this that has been making Giannis happy, but it also has won them a championship. And ultimately, without Giannis, there was a 50-year drought without winning a championship, and I don't want to know what that looks like without Giannis, and that's where I am. Marcus is somewhere different. That's my only thing is, like, there is a little bit of an in-between. I get there is part of this that sometimes making a star player happy. We've seen it with Aaron Rodgers trying to bring in Randall Cobb and Alan Lazard. That didn't make the team better. But there also is a better opportunity for you to win championships when you have the premier talent on your team.
I just don't want us chasing anybody and everybody. I want the Milwaukee Bucks. When they got Drew Holiday, they were strategic. Even when they got Damian Lillard, I believe they were strategic. Right now, I don't want them to be desperate because right now, the Bucks are in desperation mode. The cutting or waiving of Damian Lillard and stretching out $22 million per year for 5 years, most people think that is a dangerous move for the Milwaukee Bucks to make, but they did it because they felt like they have to satisfy Giannis anyway. And so they did something that people think was absolutely crazy. I don't want to see them in another desperate situation where they do something that's crazy and doesn't actually give them an opportunity to win a championship, just gives them a chance to get put out in the first or second round.
Well, you're not going to get a championship unless you make another move. So you're asking for two different things that feel like are impossible to have happen.
No, I get it. But it may not, this offseason, it may not be anything else that we can do. I'm going to wait and see, but there may not be much. I'm holding out for Bradley Beal.
Is the wheel back? Do I get to spin the wheel? I missed the wheel.
You can spin the wheel.
Yeah. Wheel of Stro. Is it going to be good?
Real good.
All right. Next.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
I was like, it's the 4-1-4 hour at 4.
I'm not going to lie. I feel like the kid who got picked on the sports team. I was like, oh, you want me? No way.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. The 2025 Delzer ESPN Milwaukee Open is back at the Bog. Tune in all day July 15th for our ESPN Milwaukee crew having fun and hitting the links. The 2025 Delzer ESPN Milwaukee Open is sponsored by Marquette Athletics, PCI Construction, Discount Liquor, Loyal Family Renovations, The Jewelry Center, and Tony Wendorf and Associates. Join in on the fun July 15th on 94.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
Get in on Brewers and Nationals action July 11th through the 13th. Celebrate with the crew at the Negro Leagues tribute game on the 11th and get a 90s throwback jersey on the 12th. Get your seats now at brewers.com.
My house has a new glow. I love my windows. Universal Windows Direct.
Hey, it's Kyle Wallace. Choose from payments as low as $99 a month or 12 months with no payments and no interest, plus a free in-home window and energy assessment. Restrictions apply. Call 414-410-2000.
I love my windows. They've got that brand new home effect. Universal Windows Direct.
It doesn't get any headlines just to be silently good. Big Fish Contracting, we say renovating homes, redeeming an industry.
It's so much more than just, okay, we're replacing your roof.
We're not only educating homeowners, but we're getting to know them and allowing them an opportunity to get to know us. I mean, there's just such beauty in it, you know? If anyone is considering reaching out to us,
or you can check us out on our website, bigfishcontracting.com.
The Bud Pavilion's free concert series Wednesday Night Live is a must this summer. This Wednesday, gates open at 6 with music from Generation Z starting at 7. Epic bands, unforgettable nights. It's Wednesday Night Live at the Bud Pavilion at State Fair Park with Generation Z.
Hey, Drew and Jonathan Scott here. Build a customized renter's policy with American Family Insurance so you can protect your tandem bike on the go. Thief! Oh, he is struggling with that two-seater. Life's better when you're under American Family's roof. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Some exclusions may apply. Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI and its operating companies. 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Is that knee, hip, or shoulder pain not getting any better? Maybe you're stuck in a cycle of steroid shots and now talking about surgery. Well, before you head down that road, you need to check out my friends at QC Kinetics. Hey, it's Brad Nortman, and I've got to tell you about how QC Kinetics is revolutionizing medicine with their regenerative and cellular treatments. Using their advanced cellular therapy, QC Kinetics is helping your body heal itself. And don't just take my word for it. The results from their patients is off the charts. 90 92% of patients report satisfaction with their results. In fact, most people that come in for their free consultation ask if they can just start right away. It doesn't cost a thing for that second opinion with QC Kinetics. You owe it to yourself to live a pain-free life, and you owe it to yourself to check out QC Kinetics. The results could be life-changing. Call QC Kinetics today at 414-285-3474. 414-285-3474. That's 414-285-3474.
Every child deserves a safe, loving, and permanent home. Help the Dave Thomas Foundation for Adoption find families for children who've lingered in foster care the longest. Learn more at davethomasfoundation.org.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
He said it's going to be good. His name is Alex Stro, running the show. We're Kyle, Brust, and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. Kyle doesn't pee in the ocean or the lake. It's a weirdo.
You're welcome, the environment. I'll go down in history as being on the right side of history. Can't wait. 50 years from now, they'll be talking about that pioneer and Kyle Wallace on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. He's way ahead of his time.
I don't
we got
think
four-eyed dang fish.
We have a Kyle Wallace Day here in the great state of Wisconsin.
People have probably been peeing in lakes for the last 500,000 of years.
Yeah, I wonder why.
I still only see fish with two eyes. I don't know about you. 50 years might be a stretch to be a pioneer.
When y'all cod tastes like pee all the time, you'll know why.
All right, hit it, Stro.
It's time for the
Wheel of
Stro.
Yeah, another week of the
Wheel of Stro.
I can't believe they keep letting me do this. Ben's got the wheel back, so we'll see how this goes. Go for it. Good spin.
Great spin.
Oh, P and Heart. That was Peace and Love.
P and Heart.
P and Heart. I thought that had something to do with Kyle.
P ampersand heart.
You should have wrote the peace sign and a heart.
Oh.
Or the circle with the three lines. Yeah.
I didn't know how to draw that.
All right. Here is the Beatles drummer Ringo Starr.
Oh, he's still alive?
You know what's happening? On Monday, my birthday. What does that mean? It means at noon, wherever you are, all over the world, anywhere, you go, peace and love. That's my gift from you. Thank you. And this is my gift to you. Peace and love.
It's not noon anymore, but guys, peace and love.
All right, that was a wasted wheel of.
That's too many drugs taken.
Whoa, he's 85 years old. You don't talk of your elders like that.
Peace and love.
No.
Say it.
Not doing it.
Man, peace and love.
Peace and love.
Peace and love.
For Ringo.
Belongs to all the Ringo Starr
Ringo
fans
means a
out
lot
there.
to you?
Ringo Starr.
I mean, the only reason why I know that Ringo was the drummer anytime we would do, it was sometimes an Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust trivia question. It was on Celebrity Jeopardy. Drummers named Ringo.
Kyle thought he was dead.
No, he's coming to watch it in 2 months.
Wheel of Stro.
Wow, he looks great for 85.
Peace and love.
No.
Peace and love.
Peace and love.
Peace and love.
Peace and love.
All right, here we go. All right.
I hope it's yellow again.
Peace.
Push-ups.
Damn it.
Peace and love and push-ups.
Peace and love.
How many are we on now?
We're on to 20.
20.
Oh,
Well,
he's
yeah,
not
we
gonna
are.
survive.
You can do 20.
Absolutely not.
You've already done 20. Didn't you do like 40 that one day?
Well, not at
I
one
did
time.
like 60 that one day.
Yeah.
Start my
doing
body
your
hasn't
20.
been the same since. I had kidney stones last week.
He
Wow,
did
that's
have
true.
he did too much physical activity, and all of a sudden his body had kidney stones.
Strofe should never be more motivated than he is this week to look awesome because he's going to be in Vegas and other places, and he's got to make sure that his girl doesn't have a wandering eye.
Yeah. Also, don't go to pool
5
parties.
days
as well.
ain't gonna change that.
You go to a pool party, you're also gonna feel like even I know I'm a little old
Even
and
you?
flabby.
6 push-ups?
What are you talking about?
Bro, what 6? You didn't do 20 that fast.
I did 25, and
These, like, tricep
I got up, and
push-ups?
he was.
I put mine way in like this.
No,
That
that's
makes it
that
harder.
hurt. Yeah, that makes it. That's how
Yeah, I
I
know.
know.
That's why I only did 6.
Why did you just choose to do that?
I just stopped and I said, that's 15. We got a show to do here, fellas.
Now you're quitting.
This push-up bit is stupid.
No, it's not.
No, it's actually really good.
It's really good for you.
Good spin, my gosh.
Peace and love.
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 Peace and love. Ringo Starr.
Oh, you got lucky.
So close.
I wanted peace and love again, to be honest. Rings.
Who doesn't want peace and love? All right. So
You have an announcement to make?
Well,
Wow.
State of the Packers was this weekend, and I thought I had a really good show. This is how I signed off the air, though. Oh, it's not opening. Hold on.
Peace and love.
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 And get technology. to
That
work.
does it for State of the Packers 2025. Jason, Gabe, good stuff today.
Can't wait to do it again next year.
I hope we have a ring on our finger next year.
Are you getting engaged?
What the hell were
No.
you doing?
I was referring to a Super Bowl ring.
Since when do radio hosts get Super Bowl?
Yeah. Well, I'd
that's
buy
where
one.
you're gonna. That's
I'm
where
an
you're
owner.
gonna end the show after all this. We had such a great show.
Yeah.
And in the last 30 seconds,
Decides to punt
you
it
like
away.
you like get the field goal blocked.
I tried. I tried.
So, are you a owner as well?
Nope.
So you just lied.
It
You
was
were
just
drowning.
It was just weird.
It was just a really strange comment by me, not my best.
Why didn't you
Did
say
you
like
plan to say something like that, or
like
just,
hopefully when we're back next year, we're talking about the celebration, all the rings on the Packers players' fingers.
And Kyle.
Yeah, right. I mean, that would have been the better way to do it. And then I think they thought I was making an announcement, which I wasn't.
It felt
It
like
sounded
did
like
you were
it.
felt like you were working your way there?
I hate to disappoint. I do not have an announcement, and I do not intend on returning from vacation with an announcement. But what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
You might be married.
Could you imagine being married before
Dude,
both Kyle and
Stro
Ben?
would totally elope in Vegas.
I would 100% elope. It's just my family would probably not like that.
Your mom seems like she'd be fine with her.
You could just have
kitty
like a
going there.
casual.
No, the thing is, we
secondary
actually
party.
talked about that with her. She was in town on Thursday, and she's like, "So you guys aren't eloping in Vegas, right?" And we were like, "We don't think so."
They didn't say no. They said we don't think
Yeah,
so.
we don't think so.
It's the affordable option.
Sure is.
It is.
Let
It
me
is.
tell you,
And you
Stro.
ain't saved enough. I can tell you this
Let
right
me
now.
tell you, Strofe. Do it.
I'm not to that point.
Here's the
Just
thing.
nodding his head.
Here's the thing. I'm like definitely not against it.
Is there a
Do it.
Wait,
Do it.
Is there a non-0% chance you come back married?
Oh, for sure.
It's definitely non-zero. Yeah.
Wow.
I
Here's
put
the
it
thing.
at okay.
So hold on.
Going into the trip, I'm going to put it at 15%.
Full transparency for a
15.
moment, and this might skew your odds. I would probably do it tomorrow.
Wow.
Simp.
Yes, super
I,
simp.
I also think she would probably do it tomorrow.
Wow.
Double simp.
So it's holding you back.
The family aspect.
Forget the family. If they love
You create your own family.
Full transparency. I want everything on the table. Let's just be honest with one another for a second.
your family's broken.
That's true. Well, not as
What
much
do they
as
know?
it once was. We have talked about maybe the idea, not this specific trip, but eloping on our own time and then not telling anybody until we do like the formal reception.
He's eloping this week.
Yeah, I told you.
You've already put the idea out
Going
there.
in, my odds have moved from 15% to 20%. He's about 5-1, but I'd
that's
say
good.
after like he's so cliche, he's definitely gonna go on the strip and like get one of those big tubey things that are really tall. He's gonna slug the whole thing, and then it's gonna be like 40%.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
problem is he's too broke to afford a ring right now. He hasn't been saved.
They can provide that.
Yeah.
in the
Just get a couple
whole
rubber
chapel
ones.
package.
No. He's too broke to afford a ring right now. They can't give him anything.
But the whole chapel package could throw that in. It's a bundle discount.
She deserves a real ring, not a.
She can get one after
ring
they
pop.
elope. There's you don't. If he's already at 20,
pop.
30%, yeah, ring pop or whatever, he can get one down the line. It's not like he's going. Like if you elope, you're not exactly going the traditional route here.
That's true.
Get a
That's
ring later. Do it. Do it. Do it.
Do what you want to do. I'm not going to pressure you, but do what you want to do.
That took a turn. That's not where I expected we were going.
On the Carbless Talking text line, do it, do it, do it from Adam. And then from our Divorced friend Christian Ashoda, whose best friend cheated on him with his wife. Do you bozos ever take my life lessons? Don't do it.
Well, he got married again, didn't he?
Yeah.
He's been married twice.
Yeah, and if anything, we should be taking his advice because based off what he said,
believes in marriage.
he said it in front of my fiance. He says this one's gonna screw up, so this one might for you too.
Yeah, Stro. We all got to take our first hack at it. Hope it's our last
first crack.
First hack.
First crack.
Well, hold on. I thought we don't use the D word.
We didn't say that.
Yes, you did. You said our resident D word friend.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah,
What's the money line on him getting married? Plus 350.
That's actually not terrible.
Coming into this, I didn't think so, but now I really feel like you both are going to talk about it.
The fact that you've already
I bet
had
50.
the conversation, the seed is planted.
I'd bet 50 to win 175 on this.
I don't think it's going to happen this trip.
You're gonna walk past one and just like you're a peace and love guy.
Yeah, you are.
And we
Peace
all
and
know,
love.
We all know your beautiful girlfriend. Maybe, just maybe.
What are
she
we
feels
waiting for?
inspired as well.
Witnesses, you guys want to come to Vegas this weekend?
I just find some person on the street.
Yeah.
Well, that's no fun.
You ever seen The Hangover?
Yeah, I have.
It's gonna be you. That's it for Wheel of Stro for guys getting married.
Wow. So proud of you.
KBN Nation is growing.
I'm glad we could inspire you.
Wow, that took a turn.
Congrats.
I gave
You
guys,
put ring on here. What did you expect?
Here's
That's
the thing.
very true. You
I
did put
opened
ring.
the door for you guys to make fun of me, and you actually didn't take it.
I mean, yeah, it was stupid, but it was only
because we know you're a simp.
Yeah, you are a simp, but look at that. You're going to be a simp who has a Mrs. Simp.
Huh.
Simp and Mrs. Simp. Meet the Simps.
Meet the Simps.
He is pondering life right now.
He is.
I am looking into your soul.
Not in a bad way.
No, I know. I can see you picturing yourself at this chapel in Vegas right now.
Here's the
You're
thing,
standing there.
He got the approval.
I'm not bringing a suit.
It's okay. Do it in a swimsuit.
way.
They can provide that for you.
Do it in a swimsuit.
Now that'd be fun.
You see?
I like this idea.
Do it before you go to.
All right, I'll report back tomorrow. I got to talk to the future missus tonight.
Well, shouldn't it be a surprise? Oh, no, I guess.
Rob chimes in. He doesn't get to listen all the time, so he wants to give an early congrats to Strofe.
Thanks, Rob. Appreciate that. Thank you, Rob.
Congrats.
Is that Ron?
Rob.
Oh, Rob.
Speaking
Ron
of that guy,
McKee is in Vegas. He can be your witness.
Yes, he's in the World Series of Poker right now.
Yes,
he's doing,
he is.
He's crushed. He's like 73rd place in his group.
Wow.
He's doing amazing.
That could change fast.
Oh,
Wait
sure
till he
can.
runs
That's
into
the
a
World
pro.
Series of Poker. But he's doing a great job.
I'm cheering for you, Ron.
Give me 5% kickback, and I will root for you.
I just need 1%.
I'm actually offended you, of all people, passed up Vegas. I said, do you want to come? I need a witness. And you said, nah.
He's knee deep, man. He's busy.
What? I can't just pick up my life for you right now. Hey, Isla, come on. We're going to Vegas. We're marrying Uncle Strofe. That she's met
married him, Uncle Strofe.
in passing?
Like 5 times, yeah.
Would Ben automatically become your best man?
No, I would officiate it.
I don't think that's legal in Nevada. It is in Wisconsin, but I don't know if it is in Nevada.
So what?
That's why they have chapels.
But guys that look like Elvis.
If you promised me.
Yes, but they're ordained.
If you
through the
promised
state of
me
Nevada.
right now, I would go.
I can't do that right this second, but by 5 o'clock I might be able to.
He said right now.
I said right now.
Make a decision. Put your foot down.
It's only.
She taking your last now. You're not taking hers.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
The comments were so mean, but they also were kind of funny.
Wait, I didn't see the comments.
They said popcorn back in middle school must have been tough.
Please don't pick me.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. With Wilde and Tausch, you won't miss a play.
Favre, Rodgers, Love, great player, great player, great player. If you're in the crowd that believes he is going to be on par with those other two, then this is a pivotal year for him to show that he is capable of doing that.
Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
There's a difference between we can win with him and we win because of him.
Weekdays from 9 to noon on 94.5 ESPN, ESPN Milwaukee's YouTube channel, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
The open road is calling, and the ride begins at Potawatomi Casino Hotel Milwaukee. This July, you could burn rubber on a custom Harley-Davidson in the Fire Up Your Fantasy motorcycle giveaway. Play with your rewards card all July for entries. Thursday drawings for extra cash and reward play. Fire Up Your Fantasy, only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
Hey, this is Brad Nortman, here to tell you about my friends at Bank 5-9. Everywhere I go throughout the area, I see Bank 5-9, and it's no wonder why. Not only do they have 14 branch locations, but their employees spend nearly 9,000 hours each year volunteering in the communities that they serve. That's on top of the financial support that they provide to several hundred nonprofits right here in southeastern Wisconsin. If you're looking for a true local community bank, check them out today at bank59.com. Member FDIC.
Escape to Lake Lawn Resort in Delavan, Wisconsin, where everything is better at the lake. Dive into endless outdoor activities, including boating, fishing, and paddleboarding on the serene Delavan Lake. Tee off at the lakeside Majestic Oaks Golf Course, or unwind in the award-winning Calidora Spa. Enjoy gourmet meals at 1878 on the lake, casual bites at the Lookout Bar and Eatery, and sweet treats at the Isle of Capri Cafe. Explore Delavan Lake's stunning shores and historic landmarks from the comfort of their 76-foot cruise boat, the Lake Lawn Queen. Book your stay today at LakeLawnResort.com.
True Chicago-style pizza is thin, crispy, and cut into squares. And thanks to Connie's Frozen Pizza, you can enjoy a true slice of the city. You'll enjoy it so much you won't even mind where it comes from. Connie's Frozen Pizzas are made from the same cornmeal crust Connie's has been serving for over 60 years. They're perfectly cheesy, perfectly saucy, and they're exactly what you crave. Get to know the true Chicago style with Connie's Frozen Pizza. Born in Chicago, loved by cheeseheads. Available in a freezer aisle near you.
Sharon needed legal help. She needed Gruber Law Offices.
When I think about Gruber Law Office, I think about how they took care of me, how they make sure that you get what you're supposed to get. Gruber Law Office. One call, that's all. I will always trust one call, that's all.
Injured? Call Gruber Law Offices today. One call, that's all.
They are the best. I'm very happy.
The only thing that tops our selection is your savings discount liquor.
Ever notice how wine enthusiasts often speak a completely different language? And while that language may technically be English, to most people it's anything but. Hi, this is Marie from Discount Liquor, where we stock over 8,000 varieties of wine and speak many dialects of wine English to help everyone, from the wine novice to the master sommelier. So if you need an expert recommendation for wine, or maybe you know what you want and simply need help locating it, our experienced staff has got your back. No matter the budget, occasion, or your level of wine expertise, Discount Liquor will make you feel at home. Discount Liquor, unmatched selection, everyday low prices, a helpful staff, and 2 convenient locations. In Milwaukee on 51st in Oklahoma, and in downtown Waukesha on Barstow in Maine.
Discount Liquor.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Speaking of marriage, Alex Stroh is getting married at eloping this weekend in Vegas. It's Kyle, Brust, and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. Brad Nortman, your wife is crazy.
Hey, wait a minute.
Wow.
That
That's
wasn't
an
on the sheet.
allegation.
That is crazy.
I love
Brad?
Lexi. I do love Lexi.
But this is crazy.
You know, after we were talking about marriage and stuff,
Yeah.
we've been married in 5 days, it'll be 11 years.
Wow.
Congratulations. Happy
you
anniversary.
Thank you. And you still learn a lot about one another. One thing we learned about one another makes me wonder, what else don't I know about Lexi? Because this is crazy.
He said it.
No. I said, this is crazy.
He didn't say Lexi crazy.
This is crazy.
But let's be honest, they all got a little crazy.
So, with Lexi being now 31 weeks pregnant, under the home stretch, we've been lifting more together, which I've been loving. We lift together in the morning. It's so much fun.
Baby?
The babies are asleep.
No,
she has
she's
a baby.
carrying-
No, she has a baby.
Yeah, she has a baby. inside of her.
You can lift weights when you're pregnant.
Yeah, but it's just so impressive that she
I
has
didn't know
that type
that.
of motivation. I don't want to lift without a baby.
And she has given me like the green
We can
light
tell.
to,
And knowing that you will never have a baby inside of you.
So she's giving me the green light to like formulate the workouts, and I'm pushing her. I'm making sure that she can go ahead and earn it, that she's ready for the push.
Oh wow.
But I noticed something about her, so we decided, hey,
Hold on, slow down.
She's got
What kind of workouts are you doing?
Quick feet.
Wait a minute. He
What
said
about
she's
bench presses and squats is going to prepare her to give live birth?
so
It's
she's
mental.
ready for
It's
the
all
push.
mental.
Yeah, it's mental. Yeah, all right.
And
All
there's
that
some
lifting,
strength to it.
all that lifting will be out the window.
You got to push that
You know
out.
what? I've realized something about us before you continue, Brad. We make men sound dumber than we are on a daily basis.
I've sat next to a pushing session. It is very tough.
And it doesn't look like a bench press.
Yeah, I know, but there is a mental component to anything that you do.
And you're
that
using core.
I'm going to support Bradley here.
Anyway, we were doing something where we were doing 4 sets of 8 reps, right? So how do you guys count your reps?
1, 2, 3, 4.
Exactly.
5.
And I'm saying that Kyle only gets to 5. Doesn't even get to all the
7,
way
8, 9.
So as we're both
skip 6.
As we're both lifting, I kind of say underneath my breath, 1, 2, 3, right? And then across the room, I hear Lexi, 8, 7, 6,
sure.
5.
What do you mean, 4. Sure?
I'm like, whoa. We both looked at each other, and she's like, do you count up? And I was like, you count down. So she's like, that's crazy. I'm like, I'm the crazy one. I've never heard of anyone counting down.
Brad.
And she's just like, yeah, it feels like you're getting closer to the finish line down to 0.
Be honest with me. Did you watch episode 14 of Love Island last night like I did?
No.
Because this same exact debate happened in episode 14 of Love Island.
No
You're
way.
joking.
I'm dead serious. I watched the episode last
It
night.
came out last night?
No. This came out 2 weeks ago. I'm just behind.
Oh, no, I've never seen Love Island. Ever.
Oh, you should watch it. It's horribly addicting. Apparently, it seemed like all the women in the house counted down because that's when they knew they were done, whereas all the men counted up. So this was the first time I was exposed to this also, was on Love Island episode 14 last night. But I'm fascinated this happened in your house.
And how did it come to a conclusion at Love Island?
The men counted up and the women counted down.
And then we
That's
just
what they
agree
did.
we're all different?
Yep.
Or does KBN Nation, can they tell me the truth that maybe, and we might, I don't know how our audience skews male or female, but I gotta believe most people go up.
Only time I count down is when it's for timing. 10, 9, 8, 7, 5, 4.
Like holding a plank.
Yeah.
No, see, I'll even let it go up and I'll be like 10, 20, 30, 40.
Now that's weird.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't do a timer?
Well,
Or you do a timer going down?
But like when, let's say you're doing a minute plank and it hits 50 seconds, I'll go 10, 9, 8. I'll go down that way.
Okay, I'm more so saying my clock is going from 0 to 60.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not going 60 to 0.
Yes, for sure.
No, that's fine, but that is very weird to say 8, 7, 6. That is weird. That would throw me off.
Maybe I've never actually lifted with girls outside of this with Lexi.
Women
Girls.
carrying a child.
Yeah, she's carrying my child. I call her a girl. I've never lifted with women before, so maybe this is just a woman thing.
Somebody chime in because
was
this
shocked.
baffled me.
We need some women. We need the women.
Because my thing is as well as if so on the 4 sets of 8.
Yes.
Say, okay, first set you do 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah.
Sometimes you want to see how much further you can go. And if you limit yourself to like counting down, you can't go -1, -2.
0.
Sometimes you'll get to 8.
-1.
And I'll be like, all right, I can get 10 out of this set, even if I'm going to get 8th and next. Like
You want girl math.
A little more meat on the bone.
You gotta push yourself.
Yeah,
She's got to earn it, as you
She's
said.
got to earn it.
Did you switch her?
Subscribing.
No, I didn't. She maintained that mentally that's best for her.
Here, Lexi, I just want you to know you ain't got to earn nothing. You've earned life. You've won that life. You have a decent husband here. I thought he was better than what he was.
Decent?
Before he said she got to earn the burst.
She's got
What
to
do you
get ready.
mean?
She's got to get ready to push.
She's going to be ready to push. She's a strong, tough woman.
That's a wild take.
It's an all-time dumb line on the show.
You got to earn the push.
From the smartest guy on the show.
Yeah.
Got to earn that
Not
push.
just going to
All-time
happen.
dumb line.
That's a little bit.
The push isn't just going to happen. You got to earn it.
Earn it.
A lot of times it does. There's a lot of women who give birth who don't work out a single lick and they push out.
Lexi's going to do better than that.
Okay. I feel bad for your child.
Wow.
I love Lexi.
And she's gotten stronger. It's been awesome.
Why are you
The fruit of her
crawling like
labor.
that?
Come on.
What are you going to tell your baby if they're not walking at 10 months? What are you not walking for?
Hands off your knees. Come on now. We got to stand up straight.
How soon until you bring your child into the gym?
It won't be long.
Tummy time.
6 days.
Tummy time for this kid is going to be intense.
What's fun, and I'll sometimes do this with the boys, is I'll like hold them and do like push-ups with them and do like squats with them. They love it. You're a
meathead.
They love it.
He's a smart meathead.
Yeah.
Like Chewy on Jen Game and Chewy, weekday morning 7 to 9 on 94.5 ESPN Milwaukee. He just emanates meathead, right?
Yeah.
Like you look at him, you hear him speak, you hear that, right?
Yes.
It comes through the radio.
He's your carnivore that just drinks red wine at night and just eats meat and probably has 8 eggs out of a glass in the morning.
Brad's able to cover it up a little bit better, but this has been meathead galore segment.
Earn the push.
Earn the push is crazy.
You got to persevere.
She's gonna hear
I've
this.
structured my workouts so that she has to earn them.
Okay, but you haven't
What
said
does that mean?
It's good to know
I'm
that.
pushing her.
Do you have the machine where it's on the legs and it pushes in on the pads?
Pushes
out.
but you can. But we've got like ankle weights that you can like use to work. At the
She's got
inside.
ankle weights. She's probably Brad's probably got her around the house in ankle weights all day.
And the thing is, like,
shackled up.
I bought her some weights. I bought her some heavier weights because, like, Lexi, I think you can do more. So I bought her some heavier weights, and like, oftentimes I'll set it up for her, and like,
You're telling a pregnant woman, I think you should do more.
I'll put out like the 20-pound weights, and she's like, I don't do those. And I was like, well, I just didn't know if you wanted to maybe try them
She's
today.
pregnant. Give her the benefit of the doubt. My gosh, Lexi's in a prison.
She's doing great.
I'm sure she is.
I'm getting some
She has no
information
choice.
sent to me. I'm guessing is it I can share that one of our hosts says this convo is absurd. Please share with Brad.
Okay. Well,
Meathead Brad might be changing his workout regimen when I send him this. But in 2 minutes, Meathead Brad has running back, quarterback, NFL rankings. Don't worry, I haven't sent it to you yet. I haven't read it yet either. He's so nervous.
wait.
He's so nervous. We're back in 2 minutes.
2 Wisconsin icons are teaming up on a reworked classic. Cousin Subs and U-Zingers are proud to introduce the all-new fried bologna sub, featuring U-Zingers fried bologna, bacon, American cheese, onions, pickles, mayo, and mustard on fresh-baked Italian bread. And that's not all. Pair your fried bologna with a creamy cupcake shake topped with whipped cream and rainbow sprinkles. Now that's a better combination. Order both in-store, online, or via the mobile app. Cousin Subs. We believe in better.
It's Jason Wilde from Wilde & Tausch. Upgrade your industrial supply services with Lakeland Supply, your trusted ISO certified partner for custom packaging, shipping supplies, janitorial, and safety supply solutions. With over 40 years of industry excellence, Lakeland Supply is a proven one-stop source with over 95% of their products made in the U.S. And they treat their customers like family. Personalized service with a national reach. That's what Lakeland Supply does. Visit lakelandsupply.com to discover how they can make your business better.
It's been over 2 years since Bobby Carpenter had regenerative treatments at QC Kinetics. He needed relief from knee pain, but he wanted to avoid surgery.
I thought I might have to have my knee scoped, had some injuries, some lingering pain from stuff that I had been dealing with from years of playing professional football, and things had kind of flared up again. I started talking to a friend of mine who's orthopedic, and he's like, well, try to avoid surgery if you can.
And you absolutely can avoid surgery. QC Kinetics provides patients with state-of-the-art regenerative treatments, orthobiologics from your own body that help heal and restore damaged, aching joints. And we'll let Bobby tell you about that.
It was all of a sudden that one day, a couple months later, I was here, let's go jog, let's try to see what I could do. And the more I did, I was pain-free with it, and it was actually a pretty remarkable process.
Before going under the knife, see if you're a candidate for non-surgical joint pain treatments at QC Kinetics. Call them today.
Call QC Kinetics, 414-285-3474. That's 414-285-3474. 414-285-3474.
Hey, this is Brad Nortman from KBN. Tune into Kyle, Brust, and Nortman from 2 to 5 every day. WKTI and WKTI HD Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station. Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN on ESPN Wisconsin. Here's Kyle Wallace, Ben Brust, and Brad Nortman.
Kyle Wallace is anti-peeing in lakes. Strofe is eloping in Vegas. And Brad just told his wife she's got to earn the push when giving birth.
What an hour.
What did I do?
That's the most shocking part of it all.
Wow.
Actually, I think you stayed pretty clean.
You actually just masterfully avoided the heat for once.
Destruction.
I'm tend to self-destruct. There's still more time. 800-990-3776 is the Carbless Talk and Text line. Less is more. See us on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee or at ESPN Madison. And, of course, download, listen back, stream on the all-new, easy-to-use ESPN Wisconsin app. Now, as it pertains to the Green Bay Packers, there was the State of the Packers show with Alex Strofe, Gabe Neitzel, and Jason Wilde. I know, Brad, you've done your own research as it is in quarterback and running back combinations in the NFL. Stro, you're very optimistic, and Kyle, you as well, about the offense because of the floor that I think we saw last year, and I tend to agree.
This might be a dumb question. Did you say la floor or the floor?
The floor. The floor.
floor.
Felt like last year. Last year wasn't as bad as it really, like, if that's the floor, that's a good floor. And I think there's some room for growth, obviously, with what they can learn from year 2 and Josh Jacobs, Jordan Love hopefully staying injury-free, Matthew Golden, offensive line, revamped, still got to figure out how it all comes together, but there's something there. Bradley, you take it away, because you got a nugget over here. Something sparked your interest.
Yeah, Strophy, give me the football music. Really inspire me and get me ready for talking football here. So ESPN came out with a running back rankings of coaches, executives, and scouts that ranked all the running backs in the NFL. I thought to myself, I wonder how this list would change if you combined the running back with the quarterback. Where would Jordan Love and Josh Jacobs fall? So I put together a full all NFL, not just NFC, list of quarterback running back duos and where they rank for me. I'm going to do top 12 because I want to mention 11 and 12. Okay, here we go. Number 12, Baker Mayfield and Bucky Irving.
Good one.
So I think they're worth being on the list. But Bucky Irving sort of holds it back. Speaking of holding back, Jaden Daniels and Brian Robinson Jr. I think Jaden Daniels probably higher than that on a just traditional quarterback list, but Brian Robinson on there too. Number 10, Joe Burrow and whoever they throw back there, they are held back significantly by their running back.
Chase Brown's pretty good.
Chase Brown's still there, right?
He's pretty good.
Yeah, but he's not like worth mentioning as far as like the top running backs go as far as the NFL. So whoever is in there, Joe Burrow is on a quarterback list. Number 9, C.J. Stroud and Joe Mixon. I like both of them, but Joe Mixon, I feel like he's a little bit getting past his prime, a little bit injury. And C.J. Stroud, I think he's good, still waiting on a little bit more. Number 8, Matthew Stafford and Kyren Williams. I kind of wanted them higher, but you'll see why this list gets very good very fast. Number 8, Matthew Stafford, Kyren Williams. Number 7, Patrick Mahomes, and I don't care whoever. Same kind of thing, where it's like, I know Pachenko's there. They've got a rotating
Somehow
list.
Kareem Hunt scored a touchdown every
Hunt.
game at the end of the year, and he was signed on a bargain deal.
As Strofe says, it's a quarterback list. Patrick Mahomes has to be on it. I'm of the agreement. Patrick Mahomes and whoever. It could be a backup running back. He is 7th. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Number 6, Brock Purdy and Christian McCaffrey. Tempted to put him higher, but Christian McCaffrey not staying on the field very often. And Brock Purdy is about the same quarterback as number 5, Jordan Love and Josh Jacobs. Number 5, Jordan Love and Josh Jacobs. Josh Jacobs is such a stud. And I think that Jordan Love is as good or better than the quarterbacks that we just listed, maybe Jaden Daniels. But I think the combo of the two of them are a top 5 duo in the NFL. Number 5, Jordan Love and Josh Jacobs. Number 4, Jared Goff and Jahmyr Gibbs. Just so good. Goff is so efficient. Gibbs is so electric. I wanted to put them higher, but you're going to see that.
They also have Demont still, right?
Yeah, Montgomery. Yeah, I try not to list multiple, but yes, that even makes it more impactful. Number 3, Josh Allen and James Cook. Josh Allen,
yeah, that's a good one.
I mean, that's
Cook had a really good
the MVP. And if you think about what Josh Allen can do for you on the ground, combine that with James Cook, that's top 3 for me. Jalen Hurts and Saquon Barkley is number 2.
Number 2.
Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry, number 1. So for me, Jordan Love and Josh Jacobs, 5th in the NFL. That's 3rd in the NFC, only behind the Lions and the Eagles. I don't think that they can move up any further. You could maybe convince me to put them down further, but it just goes to show with Jordan Love and Josh Jacobs, top 5 in the NFL, quarterback, running back duo, there's really no excuse that floor that we talked about, that they should be even close to it. If they're truly top 5 in the NFL, they should be a top 5 offense in the NFL. That's where the receivers and the O-line got to wake up a little bit too.
I want to get this list, not the whole thing, but a good majority, to Jason Wilde joining us next. But first, I know what you indulged over the weekend on the lake.
Oh, boy. I think I brought up like 20 carblesses to the lake house. That's how much I brought. And guess what? Once I had a sip, everyone else is having a sip. They went like this. Because when you know you do this, a good time is waiting for you in that can. Carbless has everything I'm looking for when it comes to a delicious, ready-to-drink cocktail. It is something that I can trust when I put in my body. The ingredients are ones that I trust, that I know. Unlike all these other things that you don't know what you put in them, Carbless focuses on a guilt-free experience. It's only 100 calories, gluten-free, carb-free, sugar-free, and just a little bit of that carbonation to quench that thirst, but not so much that it's going to upset your stomach. And not only that, boy, as I discovered, over all the different flavors continue to hit. Right now, particularly the margaritas are so good, it makes me feel like I'm just living my summer best life. But the Tropical Bliss Variety Pack, all the fruit flavors, the classic cocktails, there are some folks that never had one. I said, oh, you got to try a Carbless. Doesn't matter what flavor you pick, they all are rock stars. And guess what? Once they tried their first one, they're coming back for a second and a third and so on. If you haven't tried your Carbless and you're not experiencing a blissful summer experience yet, then you got to do so. Carbless is all over the retailers, American Family Field, by your bonfire, and on the lake. Carbless. Less is more with Carbless.
Jason Wilde of Wilde and Tausch. He did the State of the Packers on Sunday at Summerfest with Stro. He joins us next.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
Do you wash your shins in the shower? We shower from hair to kneecap. The rest can drip down our legs to our feet.
It doesn't work that way.
No, it does work that way.
What does the poll say?
34% don't wash their shins.
That is shockingly low. KBN Nation, you're better than that.
Yeah, it sounds like we have a lot of disgusting human beings on this planet.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
We've started off with some delays on southbound 41 coming in from before Good Hope Road, pretty much all the way down to Capitol Drive on the southbound side. There is an accident just south of Appleton Avenue off on the right shoulder. And then on northbound 41, backing up from about Mayfair Road all the way up to about Hampton. Southbound 43 slowing down from before Good Hope Road all the way down past Silver Spring, back on the brakes through the Marquette, starting at about Fond du Lac Avenue to the high-rise bridge. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight, mostly clear, a low of 64. Tomorrow, partly sunny, chance for showers and storms with a high of 81. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
All day, every day. The Carbless talk and text line is open for you.
First off, there is not one team that's on the fringe that scares me.
800-990-3776. The Carbless talk and text line. This is more.
Earth Justice is a national legal nonprofit fighting to save lives, protect our climate, and strengthen our economy through the shift to zero emissions. Visit us at earthjustice.org. Earth Justice, because the earth needs a good lawyer.
The open road is calling, and the ride begins at Potawatomi Casino Hotel Milwaukee. This July, you could burn rubber on a custom Harley Davidson in the Fire Up Your Fantasy motorcycle giveaway. Play with your rewards card all July for entries. Thursday drawings for extra cash and reward play. Fire Up Your Fantasy, only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
Hey, it's Kyle Walsh. You know owning a home is one of the best investments you can make, but keeping it comfortable, energy efficient, and looking great, that takes a little extra work. But this summer, Universal Windows Direct is making it easy to finally tackle that project with an offer you can't pass up. Right now, you get to choose your offer. Pick the one that works for you. Payments as low as $99 a month or 12 months with no payments and no interest. Call 414-410-2000 or go to universalwindowsdirect.com.
Hey, Drew and Jonathan Scott here. Build a customized renter's policy with American Family Insurance so you can protect your tandem bike on the go. Thief! Oh, he is struggling with that two-seater. Life's better when you're under American Family's roof. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Some exclusions may apply. Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI and its operating companies. 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Gear up for Quick Trip's Mountain Dew Quick Climb. Now through August 17th. Play free daily in the Quick Rewards app and earn bonus plays with every eligible purchase. Grab one with hot food. That's 2 bonus plays. Each week, the cash prize climbs by $5,000, all the way to a $250,000 grand prize. So open the app and get climbing. Your summer, your climb, your win. No purchase necessary. Open to U.S. residents residing in Illinois, Iowa, Minnesota, Michigan, South Dakota, North Dakota, or Wisconsin. Ends August 17th. Bonus plays require qualifying purchase. See full rules at quicktrip.com/sweepstakes.
Visit the Milwaukee County Zoo this summer to enjoy so many species of connection. Home to more than 2,200 animals and over 340 species, kids can dig into dinos at the zoo's summer exhibit. At Exploration Dinosaur, presented by Meyer, you'll unearth the past and present and explore prehistoric bones, teeth, and more from mighty dinosaurs like the T-Rex and Triceratops. It's an exciting adventure with life-size dinos and hands-on discoveries. Exploration Dinosaur is open daily now through October 5th. Visit MilwaukeeZoo.org for more information.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
There's a little groupthink going on there. I'm not going to disagree.
3-time Wisconsin Sports Writer of the Year.
He is a good general manager. Anybody who disputes that, they have other issues.
Holding everybody accountable.
I'm not sure that was good enough for us to even play on our show.
Jason Wilde is on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
You heard the big voice. It is Jason Wilde joining us here across ESPN Wisconsin. It's Kyle, Brust, and Nortman with Stro running the show. Jason, welcome in. How are you?
Hello, friends. I'm good. How are you? Hey, I didn't get to ask you this. Speaking of hello, friends, did Nance come to Made 'em Believe? Did he make a surprise appearance? Did I miss that?
He made a surprise cameo video along with Kevin Harlan of CBS and many others across the show. But he did start it, as you can imagine, with hello, friends.
As well he should.
Yes. Great video going around the internet with Joe Buck and Jim Nance golfing together, and then Nance also makes a cameo appearance on Joe Buck's video, hello, friends. Now, Jason, there was a list that came out from ESPN.com, from executives and all the likes, of a list of the top 10 running backs in the NFL. Brad took that a step further, and he did the best running back QB combinations. I want him to go quickly through the top 10 and see where you agree or disagree.
Okay, Jason, top 10 in the NFL, quarterback and running back duos. Number 10, Joe Burrow and whoever. I know that... what's the guy who's...
Chase Brown.
I know that Chase Brown is there, but it doesn't even matter who it is because Joe Burrow is that good. Number 9, C.J. Stroud, Joe Mixon. Number 8, Matthew Stafford, Kyron Williams. Number 7, Patrick Mahomes, and again, whoever you want to throw back there with him. Number 6, Brock Purdy and Christian McCaffrey. Number 5, Jordan Love and Josh Jacobs. Number 4, Jared Goff and Jahmyr Gibbs. Number 3, Josh Allen, James Cook. Number 2, Jalen Hurts and Saquon Barkley. And number 1, Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry. So to recap for the Packer fans of the world, number 5, Jordan Love and Josh Jacobs. Is that too high, too low, or just right?
Well, Goldilocks, I know you put a lot of thought into this.
Oh, yeah.
And whoever else is on there at running back. Yeah, I think that's fair. I mean, you did have 2 of the 10, and don't the Chiefs? Don't you have to use Isaiah Pacheco?
Oh, Kareem Hunt at the end was getting touchdowns every game.
Yeah, the whoever else is more of a statement about the quarterback, that the run game is not focused on, but that quarterback is so good, they deserve to be on a list that focuses on both, even if they don't have like a go-to running back.
I get it. I understood what you were going for there. Yeah, I mean, look, is in this instance, the reason I brought up here the format you delivered it in is Josh Jacobs good enough that while it's not quite Josh Jacobs and whoever the quarterback is it Jordan Love bringing Josh Jacobs down a little bit?
I would say so.
I think it is.
I would definitely say so. Because, I mean, when you look at the running back, he's probably your top 3 or 4 running back in the NFL, and Jordan Love is definitely not a top 5 quarterback.
So the ESPN had him, 6th in that ranking that they did, right? That felt a little bit low to me. Again, there's guys behind him that could probably also argue that. But, obviously McCaffrey had a pretty significantly injury-derailed season. Bijan Robinson obviously had better numbers than Jacobs, so I guess it's hard for me to argue that. Jahmyr Gibbs obviously split time, although he didn't split time once he was the featured back because of the injury to Montgomery. And I'm certainly not going to put him ahead of Saquon Barkley or Derrick Henry, but I kind of feel like Jacobs is somewhere in that 3, 4, 5 range, only because of the injury to McCaffrey last year, and he's getting older, so I'm not sure if I was projecting for this year. I put McCaffrey ahead of him either. But I think your list is great. I do think, and this is the kind of thing that I'm struggling with, is, for our little countdown that I'm doing, which is really more content providing more than a hard and fast list of the 20 most important Packers, especially since there's like 26 guys on it, the way I cheated. But I feel like I can make a pretty strong argument for Josh Jacobs over Jordan Love in the 1 versus 2 thing. I mean, they renovated their offensive line. They didn't do it to improve pass protection. They did it because they don't want their running back getting hit all the time before he's crossed the line of scrimmage. They ran the ball more than they threw the ball last year, even in games that Jordan Love played in. So I'm not sure yet if I will take under advisement some of the opinions of my blue ribbon panel, but I feel like I can argue Josh Jacobs is even more important than Love at this juncture. And then when I apply that to your list, it's hard for me not to view it and say, well, they might be a little bit higher if Jordan Love plays the way you would like to see him play as a Packers fan this season.
That's just is that a bad thing that as it stands right now, you'd maybe say Love is elite, lesser, or Jacobs is more important than Love?
No, I mean, look, I think he's got, again, I hate criticizing him because there's just this part of the fan base that just does not want to hear that. Yes, he had injuries. Yeah, I know you've experienced it. But, I know he had injuries. I know they dropped balls. But I believe Jordan Love is much better, capable of being better than he was last season. And one of the things we did talk about on the State of the Packers show on Saturday at Summerfest, when Superman with his own personal speaker wasn't interrupting the start of the show, is that, look, Jordan Love has shown plenty of times how good he can be, but it's also part of the equation to be able to play effectively when you're injured. And, Rodgers didn't get a whole lot of benefits of the doubt after he'd established himself, right? There weren't people saying, oh, yeah, well, they could have gone to the Super Bowl in 2014, but Rodgers was playing with a torn calf. Or 2018, they finished with a losing record, but Rodgers played the entire season after, suffering a tibial plateau fracture in his knee in the opener, and then coming back and leading him back from a 20-point deficit.
It's a wild game.
Nobody looks at 2022 and says, well, if Rodgers doesn't break his thumb in London, they probably don't miss the playoffs, which are all three of those things that I said. Those were injuries that affected his play, but nobody looked at it. And so I think, Gabe Neitzel, who had an incredibly strong show on Saturday, I think he put it the best way, which is, okay, now you've had your season where you had to play through injury. Now you have to have a better idea of how to be more productive and effective under those circumstances.
Love that, Jason. No, getting to the receiver conversation, because the receiving room for the Green Bay Packers seems a little bit jam-packed. And when I look at a guy like Malik Heath and I look at Bo Melton, it seems like they want to keep them around, and McCole Hardman as well. How do you think that will shake out for the Green Bay Packers? Who do you think the odd man out will be, or men out?
Yeah, well, it's possible. Remember, injuries are part of the game, and I think there's been instances in the past where, you weren't sure, well, how are they going to figure out this position? They got so many guys. And this is something we talked about, the five of us, even before we did our show on Saturday, but I said at the Stro then too, look, they've got 9 guys at wide receiver that I think are legitimate can play in the NFL, can be on someone's 53-man roster guys, right? And Watson, we don't know how his season's going to start, but it's Watson, it's Dobbs, it's Reed, it's Wicks, it's Melton, it's Heath, it's the 2 draft picks, Savion Williams and Matthew Golden, and it's McCole Hardman, who, let's not forget, caught a game-winning touchdown pass in the Super Bowl.
Sure did.
I know he hasn't done a lot lately. But so to my point, like I think that you're looking at 9 guys that they obviously are not going to keep 9. And even if they have, they start Watson on IR or PUP, you're down to 8. Somebody else, rolls an ankle and misses some time and lands on IR, maybe you're down to 7. Maybe you keep the other 7 then. I don't know. So maybe you don't have to get rid of any of them. But I agree with you. Like, I don't know about Heath. I think he's the one that's probably in the biggest challenging situation as an incumbent. I would also say that he's probably the one with the least trade value. So maybe if they like him enough, they'd want to keep him, and they would trade someone else if there was interest, and say a Dobbs if that were to somehow, start. But the bottom line is that you're right. They've got more guys than they've got space for, and yet weirdly, they also don't have any guys that you're like, okay, this guy's clearly a stud, including the first-round pick, who we just, we all kind of assume he's a stud because he's a first-round pick, but there's been some first-round picks that weren't, and there's some that turn out like Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson, et cetera. So there's a lot to be written there at that position, but I think they probably keep 7. I do believe that Bo Melton, not because I like him as a person, but because they like him as a special teams guy and as the idea of maybe turning into a 2-way player, that he's probably going to have a roster spot.
He can punt return too, can't he?
He can. I don't think they'll use him in that way, but he's, I just think they see a niche for him, whereas, Malik Heath has had some moments catching the football, but he's really a blocker more than anything else.
Jason, really quickly, Matthew Golden, are you high? Like, I know you like Matthew, but what do you think his outcome is going to be this season? Just kind of projecting, because you just kind of mentioned, you don't know how first-round wide receivers are going to be. In your heart to heart, how do you feel about Matthew Golden, his potential for this season?
Yeah, I love what he did down the stretch of last season. Like, I remember watching that Arizona State game, because I have a buddy who went to Arizona State, and he ate Arizona State's lunch. I didn't watch the SEC title game, but I went back and watched it after they drafted him. And, he was big time in big games, so that's a great thing. But again, like, Tausch gave me a hard time about this the one day at the end of minicamp. But, like, I hate the format. Like, I don't feel like I'm any smarter about who's really good and who's not based on the 2 OTA practices and 3 minicamp practices I got to watch. Like, I just feel like I had a better handle on guys in previous years, and LaFleur, to a greater degree than ever before, kept it as jog through or walk through speed for everything except 2-minute drills. So, I don't know if I saw anything from Golden. Like, he seems to catch the ball very easily. Seems to have good hands.
It's good. Hey, what do you say, huh? He can catch it.
Yeah, but like that's kind of the job, right? So, I'm eager to get to training camp. Obviously, I'd like to have a little bit more downtime before it arrives, but there's a lot of things that I'm looking forward to seeing at practice, and that's one of them. Like, if he's making, circus catches, and they've had guys. I remember when Jake Kummerow, who Whitewater Jesus as we called him.
Yeah, you dubbed
every single day, there would be one big-time play that he would make. I mean, he made himself uncuttable. Now, obviously, a first-round pick ain't going anywhere, but that's what I'm talking about. Like, does he have a wow-type play every day? Because those are the kind of moments that obviously leave an impression, not only on knuckleheads like me standing on the sideline, but the coaches as well.
Well, Jason, you can obviously listen back to the state of the Packers, but what was your biggest takeaway for anyone who missed it? What is the state of the Packers? Good, bad, strong?
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good question. I think it's strong, but I think and I'll let Stro chime in here if he wants. I think we all kind of arrived at the fact that they're not a Super Bowl team yet, that they have a lot of good players who are facing pivotal years, and if those guys elevate their games as much as we think they're capable of, then that Super Bowl expectation changes. I think we feel like Matt LaFleur thinks he's got a Super Bowl team, but didn't want to come out and say that when I asked him about it at the end of minicamp. But most importantly, they could be a better team than they were a year ago and not have a better record. They play a tougher schedule. And so they went 11-6 last year. They played a bunch of cupcakes and went 1-5 in the division. You know, they could have a better division record, be a better team, and still finish 10-7 based on the way the schedule looks. And that obviously means going on the road and having to win 3 games most likely to get to a Super Bowl.
Only thing you missed, Jason, Gabe Neitzel's pretty darn good at radio.
He is, and Superman has really let himself go.
And Alex Stro has a ring on his finger by next year, apparently.
Oh, my God. Look, I want to be clear. I think very highly of Stro. Stro knows this. I'm a big fan of his work. I thought he was very good directing traffic, being the point guard for us. The setter, if you will, since we're getting ready for volleyball camp at UW next week. But to end it with, hopefully we'll have a ring on our finger or whatever it was, like the idea that I just, you spend 2 hours and 58 minutes knocking it out of the park, and in the last 90 seconds, you say something like that, which then, of course, leads to us wondering if he's getting engaged or getting married.
He's eloping in Vegas this week.
Right, exactly.
No, he admitted that on the air.
Wait, what?
Strofe?
I said it's a non-zero possibility. We're going to Vegas this weekend.
And it's like 30-40% in my
I don't know if
It's dynamically
you guys
changing.
are creating the odds. I didn't. I just said it's a non-zero chance. My Lieutenant Strofe, Jason, moved to Vegas back in December.
I know that.
So
I knew that.
We're going out to see them and then obviously do a little mini weekend in Vegas. But yeah, I would say it's a non-zero chance.
So you think it's possible that you will go to the little chapel and exchange your vows?
Chapel
I don't want to. I'm curious. Do you think, like, again, I don't know how much of your business you put on the street, so I'm not even going to say her name. Your better half, and we all agree she's definitely the better half of this duo. Do you think that's the dream for her, for like a wedding situation?
I think her dream is to end up with me.
Oh, God!
That was good.
Wow, so good.
Almost as good of a finish as there was.
Don't elope after
save
that
the
comment.
Packers.
Thanks, Jason.
All right, good luck to you all. Take care. Be good.
Good luck to her.
Good luck to you all.
And if you do that, protect yourself.
Yeah, you don't need even luck when you protect yourself with American Family Insurance because you have a legitimate, certified, great insurance company with American Family Insurance that is right here local. And just like great team needs great protection, American Family Insurance knows your family needs it too. That's why they make life better by protecting your dreams the right way with home and auto policies. And the great thing about American Family Insurance, you can get a quote so easy. Just go to amfam.com today. Go to amfam.com today. You can get a quote or you can find a local insurance agent. If you're like me, you get the quote but you want to talk to somebody, you can do that with American Family Insurance. So if you're looking to bundle, you're looking to get homeowners insurance, auto insurance, you know where to go. It is American Family Insurance. And as y'all always know, insure carefully, dream fearlessly, American Family Insurance. Get a quote or find an agent today by visiting amfam.com today. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
I hope I sing better than that.
Well, coming up next, we promised that we all had to be together for the next Alex Strofe Packers offseason parody song. Usually on Fridays. Today, we're all together. So coming up next, Strofe sings for you all.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
These hands are not made for fixing anything in a house. I'll make a phone call, and I'm cheap, but I ain't that cheap. I got my guys. Got my handyman. Shout out to Chris. Under the table.
Just like that, dude's getting audited now.
Yeah.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Well, it looks like we got a problem on Highway 67 northbound at Oconomowoc Parkway. We got the right lane blocked with a crash, so watch out for that. We also have a crash eastbound 94 right about at the ramp from Highway 164 off on the left shoulder. And then we've got delays along southbound of 41 coming in from before Good Hope Road all the way down to Capitol Drive. We've also got a crash right about just south of Appleton Avenue off on the right shoulder as well. So that's going to be adding to your already heavy delays. Northbound on 43 looking okay. The southbound side a little heavy from before Good Hope Road down past Silver Spring. Back on the brakes from about Center Street all the way down to about Fond du Lac Avenue, and then again from the Marquette all the way down to the KK River. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight, mostly clear, a low of 64. Then tomorrow, partly sunny, a chance of showers and storms, a high of 81. Weather is brought to you by National Liquor Mart at 16th and National in Milwaukee. Packed with the best beer, liquor, seltzer, and spirit deals in town. Open 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. daily, where your satisfaction is their plan of action. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $200-$300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code YEAR to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code YEAR for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code YEAR for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Here in Wisconsin, one name is synonymous with fantastic frozen pizza, Palermo's. For almost 60 years, Palermo's has focused on feeding Wisconsin families. And though Palermo's has grown a lot since 1964, they're still family-owned. They're still proud to call Milwaukee home. And they're still committed to making the best frozen pizza possible. From their new and improved rising crust pizzas to their guilt-free Primo thin pies, Palermo's has a delicious slice for every appetite. Find Palermo's in your local grocer's freezer food aisle. Palermo's. Flavor is our family's business.
Hey ESPN Milwaukee fans, Brian Balaga here for Surfside. Summer is heating up, and there's nothing more refreshing than an ice-cold Surfside iced tea and vodka or Surfside lemonade and vodka to break the heat. Made with real brewed tea and real vodka, Surfside is only 100 calories, 2 grams of sugar, and 0 bubbles. That's right, no carbonation, so it's easy to sip and enjoy no matter what your plans are this weekend. Look for the can with the sunset stripes, sold at bars, restaurants, and stores near you. Must be 21. Please drink responsibly.
Hi, this is Leanne Womack. I fell in love with country music as a child listening to my dad spin records at a radio station. I always dreamed of hearing my own songs on the radio. I set a goal and achieved it. You can do anything if you set your mind to it. Never let anyone tell you it's impossible. So if you have the chance to sit it out or dance, I hope you dance.
This message brought to you by the U.S. Air Force.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Jolene, 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 Jolene. Cheez-It is a legendary snack cracker. Love them as its own. But it's now available as a frozen pizza. The original Cheez-It flavored cracker crust that's square-shaped. It is absolutely delicious. We literally couldn't finish doing the segment when we all tried it here together on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. Ultra thin, super crispy, and the perfect amount of Cheez-It flavor. On top of each crust are great flavors, including the Italian 4 cheese, cheddar jack supreme, and pepperoni. With one of the shortest bake times, it's crazy. It's like 8 minutes. Pop it in, you're already eating. Most of the time, you're waiting a little bit longer. Not for Cheez-It pizza. So you'll be freezing the cheesing in 8 minutes. Find Cheez-It frozen pizza and taste what all that screaming is about. We waited until we were all together on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman so we could hear the 5th Alex Stro Packers offseason parody song.
I think fifth is right. Yeah.
Is this Dolly
We didn't
Parton
start the
song
fire.
Tease?
Bye, bye, bye.
We had the
Stacy's mom.
Justin Bieber one, I think.
And Justin Bieber.
And then we had the one that we're not counting.
How many will you have by the time?
We've got 9 weeks left, so add 9 to that.
14?
You do it for this week?
Album.
It
This
is a
is the
full
one for
album.
this
13, 14, full album.
Did you just? Yeah.
Well, last week. Oh, I guess last week you did play us the
bad one.
Quit
That
halfway
wasn't, that
through.
wasn't that bad.
Wasn't that bad. But I don't know what to expect.
It's either really bad or really good. I've listened to it several times. I can't make up my own mind.
You let us know, 800-990-3776 on the Carbless Talk and Text line, or on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee or at ESPN Madison, if this is either really good or really bad. Ooh.
Tumble out of bed and I stumble into Lambo. Policies in and I say, hello, this is the year we win the bull right. Jump on the field and love starts slinging. Cooper hits and bells start ringing with Packers fans hoping for 12-5. Going 12-5. That's a way to make the playoffs. Paddling through the north with no Bears fans there to scoff. We just live in their mind and they never give us credit. It's enough to drive you crazy if you let it. 12-5. What a wonderful emotion. You would think that Halfley might get a good promotion. Want to boot Detroit, but the NFC is crazy. I swear sometimes Dan Campbell's out to get me.
We're going to kick you in the teeth. All right, and when you punch us back, we're going to smile at you. We're going to get up, and on the way up, we're going to bite a kneecap off.
Going 12-5. That's a way to make the playoffs. Battling through Detroit, returning to the top. Dan Campbell's roar just uses all his credit. It's enough to drive you crazy if you let it. 12-5.
I gotta give my hats off to that one.
DJ Stro.
There were moments where I'm like, this is rough. But then it would come back inevitably to 12-5.
Yeah,
that was such a great part.
That wasn't good.
I need to hear the OG song because his singing was so bad.
His singing was really bad.
It was so bad. It was so bad.
You have a falsetta, not for this.
Yeah, it was so
Listening
bad.
to Strofe sing is just so funny.
Yeah, I was lost.
He was talking. He wasn't singing. 12-5.
The thing is, I can see him in my mind's eye recording, and he's bopping back and forth, to the beat of the song.
The thing is, when I record these, people that walk past the room I'm in must think I'm clinically insane because I'm just sitting there giggling. Hysterically laughing at points.
So Adam chimes in on the Carbless Talk and Text line with a crying face emoji. I don't know if that's good or bad. Tyler chimes in, woof, that sounded bad, which is kind of where I'm at. I think that was really bad. But I wanted to keep listening to see if it was going to get better, and it just didn't. The only good part was when you said 12-5, and that's not good enough to salvage a song.
That was the best part.
What was the theme of the song? It was kind of all over the place.
Crazy.
Yeah, we had Halfley getting a promotion, then Dan Campbell's soundbite.
Yeah, it was a bit chaotic.
What was the
I was the NFC North being chaos was kind of.
But you didn't talk about. Did you talk about
12-5?
I said we live in Bears heads rent free, and they don't give us credit or something like that.
What'd you say about the Vikings?
I didn't say anything about the Vikings.
Oh,
they don't deserve to be talked about.
Wow.
NFC North.
I think
they're getting worse.
The fact with this one is, I think it proved my chaotic nature of creating the song. I figure out what song I want to do. I figure out the crux of it, right? So today's it was I think they're gonna go 12-5 and win the North in a crazy NFC North.
Yeah, I mean, we
but then that's when I start writing the lyrics. So 9-5 popped in my head. I said 12-5, great, easy rhyme. And then I started writing the lyrics, and it was kind of all over the place. And
more feedback coming in, so I'd like to get to it. Kevin Sheboygan, wow. All I can say is I appreciate that Strofe goes for it every time. It wasn't that bad, but it wasn't good either.
Yeah.
Tone deaf as hell, but it made me smile.
Yeah, I agree.
Ryan from Milwaukee, that was a B from the Stro rating scale.
Wow.
He's had some awful performances. I didn't think that one was this one was that bad.
I don't think it was
B. But this is where I think Joe in the Boonies nailed it. I liked it, but you didn't sound confident, so you sang it rougher. And you didn't get confident until 12 and 5.
Yeah. But Dolly starts the song so calm, right? Because it's stumble out of bed and I
But you're not calm.
And I said stumble into Lambo, something. Like, I don't know. It doesn't. I can't project as much there because it's a softer
it's
vocal.
A subtle. Yeah, it's a crescendo.
You ain't Dolly, man.
In more ways than one, Kyle.
That's very true.
What would you say is your bread and butter genre? Because I think we need a hit again. Like we need a hit.
So,
like you're
classic
not
rock.
Like right now we're filling out the album. I need a banger.
Well, here's
like
the thing.
I need a banger.
I think
Your rock songs.
I think my voice might be best suited for like deep country. So like, baby, lock the door and turn the lights down low.
See, but like
right?
when you did "We Didn't Start the Fire," you were fine in there.
Well,
like that has some like Mark Murphy goodbye.
Yeah, energy. We need some energy.
Energy.
Yeah,
energy.
Yeah, the energy.
You're focusing too much on trying to sing.
I hate to offer this, but given that I'm out Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Monday,
tomorrow.
You want another one tomorrow?
Ooh,
I don't know. I'll let the fans
Can
decide.
inspiration strike that quickly?
No.
That's the thing.
It'll be rushed.
and
Gotta get out.
It's gonna quit halfway
I've got
through.
another one in the can.
You gotta stay. I agree. The high energy songs, because Stacy's Mom was great. We Didn't Start the Fire.
You did the worst thing.
Bye.
Brad, we talked about it. He said it's either going to be really bad or really good, and you middled it. It's not that bad, but it's definitely not good, which means it was bad.
I would argue the one you made in Madison is on the same level as this one. That bad one you made last week.
Well, that's rude.
No,
Chef just chimed in since he's boycotting the show that he's not listening tomorrow, so he won't be missing anything if you do another song.
Wow.
Wait, why is Chef Ed boycotting today? What happened?
I didn't read his text enough today.
Why is he because okay.
It's my fault.
Chef Ed. Don't do us like
thanks for the
that.
accountability.
I enjoy cooking with Chef Ed sometimes.
If you want, I'll give the first 5 texts. If it's majority 3 against 2, whichever way, do you want to hear another Alex Stroh parody song tomorrow? Or we can just take a vote amongst ourselves.
I kind of like leaving it to KBN Nation.
All right, 800-990-3776. First 5. I will be taking your responses and letting you know on the other side if we are hearing another Alex Stroh parody song tomorrow. Next.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
I said, baby, we got to do more sucking. And so I called the company. I said, listen, y'all put this thing in here. Y'all need to come on.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Get in on Brewers and Nationals action July 11th through the 13th. Celebrate with the crew at the Negro Leagues tribute game on the 11th and get a 90s throwback jersey on the 12th. Get your seats now at brewers.com.
Erica, it's good to see you.
How are things at our amazing Germantown location?
Absolutely fantastic. We heard you had a bold idea. What is it?
We're celebrating our 45th year in business, so I think we should give away some natural diamonds. Wow, that is a bold idea. How many and how big? 3/4 of a carat. 9 natural diamonds, each one clarity enhanced for maximum brilliance. 1 diamond for each store.
How should we mount them, Erica?
We'll give them away as diamond pendants.
So each of the 9 Kessler stores will have their own diamond pendant to give away?
Yeah, and all a person will have to do is to walk into a store and register to win.
Can a person travel to all 9 stores and register at each one?
Yeah, why not? And people will have from now until July 28th to register.
I'm in.
Me too. It's unanimous, and people should bring in all their old jewelry so that we can professionally clean it for them for free. That makes so much difference.
For the location of the Kesslers nearest you, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
I feel so stuck.
The Veterans Crisis Line is here for you. Dial 988, then press 1 to call.
This is Kevin Moret from Mentality. Men, you're being robbed of your potential. Research shows a shocking 1% annual decline in testosterone levels. That's why building muscle feels impossible and your confidence is at an all-time low. But here's the truth. You're not alone in this uphill battle. Mentality's physician-directed, FDA-approved treatment doesn't just level the playing field, it restores your body's powerful balance. Our patients experience a documented 30% increase in their testosterone levels. Stop struggling and turn this around. Defy the odds and reclaim your masculine edge at mentalityhealth.com/radio.
It's WTMJ's Debbie Lazaga for Comfort Awnings. This summer, I'm getting relief from the hot sun whenever I need it with my motorized retractable awning from Comfort Awnings. Sensors are also available that detect strong wind and rain to extend or retract your awning. They even protect against UV radiation so you can safely enjoy the outdoors all summer long. Family owned and located in Burlington, Comfort Awnings expertly installs custom awnings that fit your home and style. Right now, you can receive $250 off all awnings and screens. Call 414-AWNINGS or visit comfortawnings.com.
Awarded Best of Weddings 2023 by The Knot, the Bog is much more than world-class golf. Our clubhouse ballroom offers floor-to-ceiling windows and a breathtaking full-wall fireplace. Our barn venue was inspired by the on-site barn at Hole 6, built in the 1800s. 2 outdoor ceremony sites and a variety of personalized options. Our venues are perfect for family get-togethers, weddings, showers, graduation parties, or any event you are hosting. Call The Bog at 262-292-0740 or visit thebarnatthebog.com.
It's Jason Wilde from Wilde & Tausch. Upgrade your industrial supply services with Lakeland Supply, your trusted ISO-certified partner for custom packaging, shipping supplies, janitorial, and safety supply solutions. With over 40 years of industry excellence, Lakeland Supply is a proven one-stop source with over 95% of their products made in the U.S., and they treat their customers like family. Personalized service with a national reach. That's what Lakeland Supply does. Visit lakelandsupply.com to discover how they can make your business better.
Serious truck crash? Call Gruber Law Offices today.
Earth Justice is a national legal nonprofit defending the environment and people's health. Until justice stands for all, our lawyers will never rest. More at earthjustice.org/neverrest. Earth Justice, because the earth needs a good lawyer.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Going 12-5.
Get it off.
That's a way to make playoffs. Paddling through the north with no
Somehow, KBN Nation listened to the Alex Stroh Packers parody song, and I said the first 5 will be the answer to if he's going to do another one tomorrow before he elopes in Vegas.
Please, they say they were no.
The first 13 were all yeses.
Come on. Come on.
We did start to get some no, hell no's.
The quality, man. This kid he had a whole week plus to come up with this. He told us last week he created something great.
Well, hold on a minute.
We gave him more time.
Hold on a minute. Couldn't I make the argument that over the course of the last 3 weeks, where I have produced, obviously, my worst work, I have been out, busy, distracted, doing my homework at the world's largest music festival with a ton of brilliant acts.
You did this today, though.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, but I would say I'm still...
No, there's no yeah, but. You were there 7 of 9 days. I saw your cute little Instagram post.
7 of 9 days.
He was there.
Eating corn.
Yeah.
Jamming out.
How much is a corn?
Those are like $5 a piece.
Oh, that's not terrible.
$5.
How much did you spend this year versus last?
A lot less this year.
Good job, buddy. Proud of you.
That's significant
Progress.
Saving up for that ring in Vegas this weekend.
Hey.
Jim, Matt, and Molly up next in Madison, the Dam Sports Show in Beaver Dam. We're Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on the ESPN Wisconsin app, on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and 94.5 ESPN. We're up in 2 minutes, leading in the Homer Hour at 5 o'clock. Don't go anywhere.
Kyle brings the heat and keeps it real. Ben's got the takes that make you feel. Brad's the pro with the polished stance.
And Stro,
the glue who gives the show its stance.
We've got delays northbound on 41 from about Mayfair Road all the way up past Capitol Drive. Southbound is going to be a bit backed up coming in from before Good Hope Road all the way down to Capitol Drive. More delays on the bypass from about Oklahoma Avenue down to about Cold Spring Road. We do have another patch of very slow speeds on 41 southbound, just south of Holy Hill Road down towards the 167 Lannon Road area. So there may be an accident there. I haven't heard anything yet, but just keep an eye on those delays there. We've also got backups along southbound 43 coming in from Good Hope Road down past Silver Spring, back on the brakes from Keith down through the Marquette to the KK River. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Tonight, mostly clear, a low of 64. Tomorrow, partly sunny with a chance of showers and storms, a high of 81. Weather is brought to you by Infinity Exteriors, dedicated to saving our communities from unscrupulous contractors. Mother Nature can be unpredictable. Your roof, siding, and windows shouldn't be. We install peace of mind with transparency and quality guaranteed. Visit infinityexteriors.com. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
At Citizens Bank, community banking is you, growing your business with a partner who gets it. It's you, buying your first home with a lender who makes it easy. It's you, building a future with savings that work just as hard as you. And it's us, working together to strengthen our community. Because at Citizens Bank, community banking means you plus us. Visit us at citizensbankwi.bank. Citizens Bank is member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
Forget average. At Exterior Pros, they bring the heat. They're not here to meet standards. They're here to smash them. From the first swing of the hammer to the final reveal, they're leveling up your home with every window, every shingle, and every single detail. This isn't just a remodel. It's a glow-up for your house. Built tough, built beautiful, built to turn heads. Want in? Let's go. Lock in your project now and save $3,000. Exterior Pros, where bold meets built. Trust the pros and visit extpros.com or call 262-800-4274. Tune in to KBN every day at 2 o'clock. 94.5 ESPN is WKTI and WKTI HD, Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN on 94.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and streaming live at ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube. The 414 Hour on KBN is brought to you by Siding Unlimited. Siding Unlimited is Wisconsin's leader in Pella window installation. Looking for new windows, siding, roof, and doors? Visit them at sidingunlimited.com.
It's the 414 Hour at 4 on KBN.
Presented by Siding Unlimited. Would you look at that? Would you look at that?
They love Milwaukee. They love the 414.
Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman, our very gifted producer. I say that in jest. Dun, 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 dun. Alex Strofe is running the show. Get us on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison. Excuse me, no Madison. Just got a spam call. That's why it threw me off. 800-990-3776 is the Carbless Talk and text line. And earlier, was this morning? Sorry, I flew from Missouri to Chicago to Wisconsin. I didn't know if this was Friday or Monday.
Real quick, earlier in the show you said Missouri, and you said Missouri.
He don't know what.
How do you pronounce Missouri?
It's Missouri.
Okay,
do
why
the
say
locals
Missouri?
call it Missouri? Why do I hear some people say that?
I think the locals do say Missouri. Some of the country folk.
Missouri.
Well, and I say Missouri because I'm literally 5 minutes from Arkansas.
Oh wow!
Yeah, I'm in the deep Missouri.
Oh wow! You're in the sticks. I don't even want to go down that side.
Kyle, come on next time.
No,
Kyle, come on. You're coming to Table Rock, Missouri.
No, that's the corner of Missouri.
There's nowhere to go except our house, the lake, and the small convenience store called Joe Bald that I own 4 different tank tops of.
Oh, wow.
Oof,
great merch.
Is Missouri in the Midwest?
Yes, they call it
technically, but they act like they're from the South.
Like it.
Enough of Missouri. Let's get to Jeff Passan earlier today on Wilde and Tausch, because Jeff Passan, senior ESPN writer for MLB on ESPN, joined Wilde and Tausch and had some intriguing thoughts on the Milwaukee Brewers.
I think the Brewers are one big bat away from being a legitimate World Series contender. Like, I think that's what the ceiling of this team is. And I think they could probably use another relief arm, though, honestly, the way that McGill and Mears and Uribe have pitched this year, the way that Ashby has looked lately in particular, it's like, man, they keep adding, and they keep getting better.
every time, Stro. If they ruin it, they ruin it, they ruin it. And they're here for the summer of fun. They're not grinding every single game like we are.
Oh, here we go.
Here we go.
Who are the four relievers that Jeff Passan just mentioned? And what are they? What arm do they throw with?
Ashby.
Good job.
First name?
Aaron Ashby.
Good job. Good job.
He throws with his right hand.
You got it.
He does not.
Okay.
You got it.
Ambidextrous kind of guy.
Yeah.
No, he's not.
Keep going.
Who else do
I don't know
we got?
that there's a lot of switch pitchers in the MLB.
There were some.
One. That's a good point.
The closer?
Oh, yeah. What's that guy's name again?
Oh, come on, Brad.
I know the starters now because
he just talked.
I know, but I was thinking about my response.
Oh,
so you didn't listen. Trevor
what?
No, McGill.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know Trevor McGill. Classic. Who else?
Last name Uribe, first name
Obner.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Obner. See, this is like a Mad Libs thing. Like I can fill it in with context clues. I know.
Last name Mears, first name.
No, I don't know Mears.
I think his first name might be Nick.
Nick Mears?
Yeah.
That's a Brewer?
He's a very good reliever.
He's been playing
Is he
well
really?
this year,
Yeah, when he's not over leveraged, very, very good.
Wow.
So back into the bullpen. The Brewers always do this. They figure it out. It's actually unbelievable. I will be first to admit Aaron Ashby never thought would be valuable. He's been awesome pitching multiple innings.
I never gave up on Aaron Ashby.
Okay,
That's a real Brewer fan
That's
right
a
there.
real Brewers fan.
Congratulations.
Loyal.
I at least thought that he wasn't going to be good and willing to admit that I was wrong.
Never, not that. Not when you have a fun summer in front of you.
Yeah.
No, all
We're
optimism.
always having fun.
All
with
right,
Aaron
so is this
Ashby.
going to be a fun summer, or is Jeff Passan just blowing smoke and the Brewers aren't actually going to add a bat? Not saying that he said that they are, but this is Mark Antanasio's team. Do they stay put? Like on a Stro, help me on this scale. I have a scale of the Brewers' likelihood of them making a move. The frugalness of Kyle and Brad is the low end of the scale to Ben's gambling budget. Likelihood.
He's hanging out.
I got to be honest. I'm so confused on what you just asked me.
He's basically saying, gambling-wise, is he going to take a gamble, Mark Antanasio and this Brewers organization? Are they going to gamble and make a play for a big bat?
Or are
like
they going to be frugal
like me and Brad?
as
But
these
that would
two?
be more so reliant on Matt Arnold making the move and getting the thumbs up from Mark, right?
Very good. The thumbs up from Mark Antanasio.
And
Will
that's the
Mark
part
give
we
the
worry
thumbs up, or are we just having a fun summer?
Well, let me talk directly to you for a second. I know he's a big fan of the show. Mark, listen to me. Did you just hear one of the smartest baseball minds in America, what he said? Have you watched your team the last month and a half?
They're 50-40. And can I add some context here?
Please.
One of the best teams in baseball.
It will come back to the Brewers, but I needed a moment of peace by myself. Sunday morning, all of my fiance was sleeping, baby was sleeping. There was a 10:30 baseball game, and it was the Orioles and the Braves. And all I heard was how the Braves lost 4 of 5 starters. Injury bug hit their team, and they're 10 games below 500. Hello?
Herman Edwards.
Hello.
Look at the Brewers. What the Brewers are doing right now and doing at a high level, this is in baseball. Bite to the apple, this and that. I know it was the Dodgers and the Yankees, and there's no salary cap. But the Rangers won a World Series. The Diamondbacks beat the Brewers, made it to the World Series. Like, if you're cooking with something and you think there's something in the room, please, God, please, send me something. Send me Gino Suarez from the Arizona Diamondbacks. Send me a third baseman. I like Caleb Durbin. He's playing well as of recent. But you need more guys. You need some more pop. It's been great to see the back end produce. Joey Ortiz had a great June. They still need another bat, despite everything I just said. Yelich has been a godsend since he had a tumultuous. I don't even know if that's a word. Did I say it right?
Tumultuous?
Tumultuous.
No
okay.
R. Just
Tumultuous.
still not a word.
Tumultuous.
That was close.
You're adding an R again.
He had a bad start to the season.
Rough.
And
rocky.
then next thing you know, he's top 6 in NL RBIs. What the Brewers are doing.
I always believed it.
That's great.
You were always a yellow guy, Kyle.
I said maybe give him a day off. I have to believe in him.
Kyle, all due respect, I don't want to hear from you right now.
What do you mean?
I want the Brewers to do something that doesn't make me just sit here and be like, all right, this is going to be good and I'm going to have fun. And don't get me wrong, I'll get roped in. I'll be at the game like I was, game 3 of the wild card, watching Sal Frelick go yard, thinking it's 2-0. You're bringing in your closer, Devin Williams, and you're going to move on. But could 2-0 be 4-0 if you bring somebody else in? I don't want to.
They're bringing Andrew Vaughn up. What you mean?
Because Rhys Hoskins hurt, and that's not good enough.
They've been playing well in the minors.
I don't know why you're trying to do this bit. This is real. The Brewers are real.
No, I'm not.
And they have a chance to be more real.
But do you expect them to do anything?
I'm not going to expect them to do something until they give me a reason to expect that. But that's why I'm literally pleading right now, because Jeff Passan gave a wonderful explanation of where this team is and how they can go to the next level. Right? I understand. Even the Yankees right now are playing bad baseball. The Dodgers were rolling, but the NL West isn't what everyone thought the NL West was going to be, because it's baseball. There's ups and there's downs. And the Brewers had their down. They're 10 games above 500. They may come down again, and when that down comes, you're going to need somebody before the trade deadline to help you bring more boost in life. Look what Mizorowski did when he came up. When Mizorowski came up, it brought life to the team.
Well, you need to make sure that you're not going to be giving up on any of these prospects, because at the end of the day, let's be honest, I don't believe the Milwaukee Brewers are a big bat away from winning a World Series championship. It's just too hard with the baseball, the landscape, to think that they can do it. This is
that's a loser's mindset.
It's not a loser's mindset.
I know. What I do know is Freddie's an all-star, and he's pitched like an all-star all year. Mizorowski guy had a bad start, but he still has stuff that's capable of being a great starter on a playoff team. If Woodruff, who doesn't have the same velocity, can have the command like he did, I believe that was 8 strikeouts in 6 innings. That's unbelievable for a guy who hadn't pitched in 600-plus days. You had the ability to bring up Chad Patrick, and you were able to send him down. He's still going to be a part of what they have building forward. They have enough talent. You just need the next level move to keep in. Remember when they traded Hader? The team tanked because the locker room tanked. You got to continue to give the locker room reasons to believe. This is a perfect opportunity, Mark. I'm pleading. Take out that thick wallet in your back pocket, write a check, and make us happy. Make a move. Give the thumbs up to Antanasio, because I don't want this Freddie situation when they offered him a contract to extend Freddie Peralta to be, all right, we're going to trade Freddie when he's 1 year away because we need more prospects. If you're going to do that, give me something to live for outside of just thinking, we're good, but what if? I don't want this season be another what if. Please. There's my plead.
That's really well said, Ben. The problem is, I think Mark Antanasio looks into the future, and he sees year after year after year of family summers where the Brewers are relevant, right? And
you guys suck.
And let them talk. Let them preach.
Not even jokes aside, this team is positioned, and with the prospect pipeline, they're positioned to be relevant to very good for 6 or 7 years. So
they've been doing that. They've made the playoffs the last 7 years.
That's a little different now.
And look at how well fans respond to it, how exciting it is every year. They're always in it, but in an underdog mentality, and I think that's something that Wisconsin connects with.
And what has that gotten?
Nothing on the field, but it's gotten sustained success so that you don't have to hit the reset button.
You've gotten the multiple
Whether
NL,
right or wrong, that's his approach.
You've gotten the multiple NL
Look at these Mark Antanasio stands. Why don't you hang out with him and eat Cracker Jacks at the game?
I'm not getting my hopes up anymore.
All I'm saying is when you look at this roster, to make up this roster, a lot of these guys are going to be back. You're talking about the pitching staff as well. 4 to 5 guys that are currently part of your pitching staff will be back, and that doesn't include a Chad Patrick. It doesn't include a Logan Henderson, who are both in the minor leagues, who will probably be coming up next year. You're probably going to have to get rid of some of this young up-and-coming talent just for a rental for maybe a year, for a half a season. Stay the course. The Brewers are showing that they can do more with less, and now they're going to have reinforcements coming next year.
We know they can do more with less. They've been doing more with less.
The young reinforcements are on the way. You have an offseason where you spend a little money next year, and the Milwaukee Brewers, this is not the season. If they catch lightning in a bottle, great, but do not salvage the future for a short rental just to get put out in the wild card round and divisional round. No, I want them to be able to build what they are building. We are on track. We're ahead of schedule.
I think John's speaking my language here, Come on, Ben. Is it his job to go out and get us a hitter, or so we can actually make a run possibly to win a World Series, or just to provide family fun throughout the summer?
That's his mentality.
John in Milwaukee.
That's his mentality.
They have a plan.
Is this team, and this is directed at Ben, is this team, like, what's the percentage that they actually make it to the World Series? And then add what Passan is saying, how much does that improve? Is it 5% and then 10%?
I mean,
just roughly.
Percentage basis, I mean, the odds for them to win the World Series
He's stuttering.
The odds for them to win the World Series are not going to, jump by bringing a bat in.
Oh, well, then let's just do it then.
Because I would say if the Brewers
but you would say yourself it's not about odds.
No,
I talk about the Bucks odds and the Packers odds, and you think they can win a championship at plus 2,000.
Obviously, a nice, consistent bat would be great, but right now, the way this team has they've really come alive offensively of late. Caleb Durbin had a long hitting streak. I mean,
that's great.
This team,
great.
This team,
but that's not going to help you win a World Series.
But I don't think a one bat. I don't believe what Jeff Passan said about their one big bat away from winning. Yeah, when you talking about big, how big of a bat? You talking about big bat. You ain't just talking about a bat that's hot. No, he's talking about a legitimate player. The Brewers are not just one big bat away from it. The Brewers
give me Geno Suarez, and then I'll die a happy man.
He'll get the Brewers to a World Series.
He's definitely gonna get a better chance than they do now.
Oh, okay. So you're willing
top
to sacrifice
5 in the majors and home runs on a team that is middling.
A couple top prospects for it, like guys that are ready to roll. Maybe we contribute next year or the year after.
I'm fine with it.
Yes.
I really am.
Not me. He's not a real Brewers fan.
No,
he won't.
Sorry. I want to take a swing.
No.
You keep getting your merch from the team and buy into all the promotions. I'll still do that no matter what.
Listen,
but I want to have a swing.
Listen, there's a plan of guys coming up, and I want the Brewers to stick to the plan. Don't listen to Ben Brust here. Ben Brust is just all excited because he wants to win now. See, when you suffer, when you struggle, y'all see here, you can go on ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube. This logo
had a
lot of losses, had a lot of L's. See, that's what this logo had, but we made it through that storm, and look at us now. The Milwaukee Brewers are right there. We're getting very close to some great guys coming up to add to the talented team we already have. Do not mortgage the future, because what you have shown with Jacob Mizorowski, what you have shown with other guys who are coming up, whether it was a Logan Henderson who came out of nowhere for the Milwaukee Brewers, a Chad Patrick who stepped up as well, Jackson Churio, is the Brewers have good young guys in the minors who are ready to come up. Hell, Sal Frelick was once those minor league guys. Bryce Terang, minor league guys.
My turn.
Here he go. All right, let's hear how you want to.
You don't know what you want. You don't know what you want.
I know what I want. I want
you
a
want the Bucks to mortgage the future. You want the Packers to mortgage the future.
They're in two different positions.
And now they just want sustained
and
success.
Now you just want to stay and maybe be a wild card team and probably lose in the first round.
This team is not winning a World Series with one big bat.
They're not there yet.
They're not there. They don't have a Giannis Antetokounmpo on this roster.
Yes, but
they don't have a football team that was almost going to the NFC Championship.
You mentioned all the up-and-coming talent. They're going to leave for bigger markets and bigger paychecks.
Yeah, it's 7-8 years from now. You have a chance.
But that means we're doing the same thing the next 6 years.
You have a chance to have a tremendous core together for at least 3 to 4 seasons.
Who's a part of that?
Who's going to be a part of that?
Yeah, that's my question.
I mean, so obviously you're going to have Jacob Mizorowski going to be a part of that. Logan Henderson's going to be a part of that. Robert Gass is probably going to be a part of that. And then in addition to that, Bryce Terang's going to be a part of that. You're going to have Cooper Pratt a part of that.
Love this from Josh
Jesus
and
Mane a part of that.
Look, this is because this is the bird. I brought this up, right? Because they didn't offer what Freddie wanted from a starting pitcher's perspective of what he thinks he's worth, because he could go get that big money if the Brewers aren't willing. He wanted to get an extension here. Josh from Heartland on the Carbus Talking text line. Whatever prospects they'd give up for Geno Suarez and Eugenio Suarez, they could recoup when they trade Freddie, because that's what they do.
Yeah, okay. No, I'm not budging.
You're talking about Durbin and Ortiz. No. These are all guys that they got from trading players such as high-quality players.
But Durbin and Ortiz aren't the guys that you expect to be the team who are going to be leading this team to a World Series. They're not. They're placeholders.
Joey was supposed to be.
No, Joey. No,
he was supposed to be.
No,
and he didn't play up to that level.
He had a chance. This is crazy. You're just willing to sacrifice the future. I'm telling y'all this right now. KBN Nation, don't listen to Ben.
The Bucks don't have a pick for 6 years, and that's not even what we're talking. We're not talking about mortgaging 6 years or waiving Damian Lillard's contract for 5 years of dead money. I get it, but I'm saying that's how long that they've mortgaged their potential assets for. That's not what the Brewers will be doing for one player to bring in to help continue to move this locker room and this clubhouse.
They're not going to win a World Series, so why would we sacrifice our future for the now that we know we're not going to win?
I believe in the guys. I believe in the guys. Kyle doesn't. That's the difference.
I think that's the difference.
Okay, here we go. All right, and we make the move, and then when the Brewers somehow they lose in playoffs.
Look, this is the other part of it too. Is I have faith in obviously the farm system, right? Like they've proven it time and time again that they can. To Kyle's point, they can continue to turn out really good talent. But I don't know if the rotation, and maybe I'm getting ahead of my skis given Big Woo's return and the start for The Miz, but I don't know if they're going to have a rotation that's good again.
Well, that's the
what?
If I was gonna have one thing to take back everything that I said, it would all be hinging on Brandon Woodruff's success and Mizorowski not having more film on him and people in his command issues. Like they'd have to continue to pitch at a very high level.
Agreed. Yeah,
but that is crazy.
Isn't the fact that the Brewers have had such a outside?
I'm not looking to have that conversation
that
right now.
Their formula works to some degree.
We know
yes,
that. I'm not having a conversation about the formula. We know it works. But what can you do to take the fine, continue to just have fun summers.
The Brewers
I'm done
have
with
one
these
of
guys.
the best. They have
I'm done.
They have one of the best relievers in baseball. The Brewers have closers coming up. They got Abner Uribe already on the roster. Listen,
don't even watch baseball like you already do. Just go look out your windows. Just go look out your windows.
I have a fun summer sitting there in my nice TV room as I do look at the windows in my TV screen of watching the Brewers win a lot of baseball games. But there's something that is just as fun as winning baseball games, winning in life with having great windows. And guess what? Owning a home is a great investment to have, but upkeeping that home and making sure that you have great windows, that is even better. That's why this summer with Universal Windows Direct, they are making it so easy to finally tackle all the projects that you want to have. And right now they have a great deal you can't pass up. Peep this, KBN Nation. Right now, you can choose your offer. Yes, pick what offer works best for you. This is amazing. Pay as low as $99 a month or pay 12 months, or have 12 months with no payments and no interest. You get to choose how you want to upgrade your home by picking one of the great options that they have with Universal Windows Direct. So call Universal Windows Direct today at 414-410-2000 or go to universalwindowsdirect.com to schedule your free in-home estimate today. Again, that is 414-410-2000 to schedule your free in-home estimate today with Universal Windows Direct, and you get to choose your payment plan that is right for you. Oh, that is fantastic. So trust me, once you get those new windows, you'll be walking around saying, I love my windows.
Matthew Golden expectations next.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
Is one of the things that your girlfriend gets upset with is you interrupting her like this?
Probably. I just complimented you. What the hell?
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Well, we got a couple of issues now. We've got a vehicle fire. Technically, it's on the ramp from Greenfields Avenue to southbound 894. That ramp is closed. Actually, it's just past that on 894 southbound. The right lane is also blocked with this, so give yourself tons of extra time if you have to go through that area. Other than that, eastbound 94, we've got some backups from 84th Street to Hawley Road. The westbound side's backing up just a bit from 35th Street to about Mitchell Boulevard. We've also got an issue in the Mitchell interchange on 94 southbound. Basically, just south of the Mitchell interchange, the left shoulder is blocked with a crash as well. So that's going to be affecting your ride. Starting to see delays coming out of the Plainfield curve. Traffic is brought to you by the Bud Pavilion's free concert series, Wednesday Night Live. Gates open Wednesday at 6 with live music starting at 7. Generation Z takes the stage. Wednesday Night Live at the Bud Pavilion at State Fair Park. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Tonight, mostly clear skies, a low of 64. Tomorrow, partly sunny with a chance of showers and storms, a high of 81. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazga on 94.5 ESPN.
People need people, whether in Junior Achievements BizTown, where students work together to run a city, or in the real world, where blood donors can help save lives. Join Junior Achievement of Wisconsin and Versity for a mobile blood drive on Tuesday, July 15th from 2 to 6:30 p.m. at JA's headquarters near Highway 100 and Good Hope Road. While you're there, tour Jim's JA BizTown, where students take on real-world roles like CEO, banker, and mayor, learning how communities thrive through teamwork and leadership. Sign up today at wisconsin.ja.org.
The open road
is calling, and the ride begins at Potawatomi Casino Hotel Milwaukee. This July, you could burn rubber on a custom Harley-Davidson in the Fire Up Your Fantasy motorcycle giveaway. Play with your rewards card all July for entries. Thursday drawings for extra cash and reward play. Fire Up Your Fantasy, only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
Hi, Mitzi. What's the news from Kessler's in Brookfield?
Everything's smooth like butter. We're all just marching to the beat of the big bass drum.
That sounds like fun.
Your email said you wanted to talk about 32 things. What are they?
The 32 things are rare and special engagement rings.
Tell me more.
Each one of these amazing rings is just waiting for someone to choose the center stone.
What about the side stones?
All the side stones are Kessler 81s.
81 windows exploding with light instead of just 57 windows that are modestly glowing like most other diamonds.
We have 16 rings in 18 karat gold and 16 rings in platinum.
All they need is a center diamond?
Yeah, and our prices on natural center diamonds and created center diamonds are incredibly low right now.
Each store has a beautiful assortment of these rings?
Yes, and they're priced from just $900 up to $3,900.
Good job. Keep marching to the beat of that big bass drum, Mitzi.
I'm excited.
For the location of the Kesslers nearest you, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
Kevin Moret here for Mentality. Listen up, gentlemen. You're fighting an unfair battle. Studies show testosterone levels in men have plummeted by 25% in just 2 decades. That's why you're struggling with energy, muscle, and drive. But here's a game changer. Mentality's FDA-approved treatments boost testosterone by 30% on average. Imagine reclaiming the vitality your grandfathers had. Picture turning heads, dominating your career, and feeling unstoppable again. Don't settle for today's normal. Seize the day at mentalityhealth.com/radio. That's mentalityhealth.com/radio.
It's always a beautiful experience coming out to the ballpark. Many fans prep in the parking lot amongst our legendary tailgaters. When you're ready for new windows and doors, prep for those at the Pella Experience Center in Brookfield. See, feel, open, close, and compare dozens of window and door options from different Pella lines side by side. And if you order by July 31st, get 0% interest for up to 5 years on Blue Mountain Road, or visit PellaWI.com today.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Going to the chapel and we're gonna get married.
We're speaking it into existence. Alex Strove's going to Vegas. I put the odds of him getting married and eloping at 25%. An update from the KBN Sports Desk. Hopefully it's from your lovely girlfriend.
It is. Oh. I have 2 text messages to read you. First one says, I am reconsidering my outfit decisions.
Oh.
The second one says, the only part I'm vetoing is Ron in the key as a witness.
Wow.
Fair.
She know Ron?
Just fair.
Yeah. Special moment.
Do you know anyone in Vegas?
His dad.
My dad and my stepmom live there.
So I thought you said that, and that's why I was like, why can't they win?
Your dad can't be there, your mom not be there. Because he going to be like, yo, so you had your stepmama there, but not me, huh?
Bingo. Well said, Kyle.
Yeah, no, I know.
Just make her wait outside.
The fact that you didn't receive a text message that said absolutely not, those odds are bumping up.
Did you think I was joking when I said we've talked about this?
No, I knew you were.
But
she seems excited.
Still. At first it was floating the idea, joking.
It was 5-1. It's 4.5-1.
Now there's planning.
It's 4.5-1. We still got to protect ourselves from the, yes, Kyle?
He can have a reception back here.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, because, ain't no way in the world you cried about getting invited to Ben's wedding, and then all of a sudden you ain't going to have no wedding or reception.
No, he can do whatever he wants. He's a grown man. If he doesn't do a reception here, he doesn't have to.
That's why we celebrated our independence, Kyle. Everybody's different.
Imagine how
you different.
That wedding would be so low stress. So low stress.
What, if I just eloped?
Yeah.
Yes.
Hell yeah, it would be low stress. And low cost.
Hell yeah.
And you still have the love that you always wanted.
I sure do.
Hell yes. 4-1.
4-1.
Who's the one?
No, I moved the odds from 5 to 1 to 4-1.
Yeah. Strofe is really thinking about doing. Are you ready? You ready to jump full in?
I've been full in since day one.
Well, we knew that.
You still think I'm in the honeymoon phase, don't you? You said that for like the first 9 months.
How many? Okay, so how many years has it been?
We've been together. What month is it? We've been together about a year and a half. We've been together about 18 months.
Oh wow, that's quick. Hey, but if you know, you know. Yeah. If you know, you know.
How long does it take to know everything about?
I don't know everything about
your significant other before you feel comfortable getting married.
Are there more disagreements than what you had earlier?
This sounds so. I hate when you ask me questions like this because it sounds like I'm such a simp. But like our disagreements are very usually, and we've had like blow-ups, but they're pretty brief. Our disagreements are usually very calm, cool, collected, and solvable.
Wow, that sounds like a very mature relationship.
We communicate stresses, and sometimes it's more explosive than others. But we communicate stresses and issues very quickly and coherently.
Relationship experts say 2 to 3 years of dating is a common time frame. Is it?
Ooh, wow. Bless you.
Bless me. Thank you. As it allows for experiencing major life events and gaining deeper understanding of each other's habits, quirks. You got a lot of them.
I do.
And how you handle life's ups and downs.
Can I just say something back to the relationships experts you are quoting?
Well, I'm not done yet. Ultimately, the key is to be comfortable with each other's core values, life goals, and how you navigate challenges together. I'm a little bit worried about that latter because you haven't had that many challenges, it feels like.
But hold on. How many couples do you know that have moved in with each other in the first 3 months?
Well, that was out of desperation.
You were homeless.
Partially.
What do you mean partially?
Well, I was in a little bit of I don't want to say a legal matter, but a little bit of a dispute with my previous rental company.
So you had no choice.
So it was out of desperation, but 1 month into that, we were like, what's the point of paying for 2 leases if we're dating?
Such hard navigation of challenges.
Well, that's my point, though. But we spend, more time with each other than a typical couple 18 months in does.
Well, Appleman in the Orchard chimes in. When do you need a witness? He's got a condo on the Strip.
I wish I would have known that prior.
Oh, Appleman. And desserts are taken care of. The apple slab.
Yeah, he's catering the wedding no matter where or when it is. That's for sure.
Oh, my.
Have you talked about like kids and things like that? Like the big conversations?
Yeah, of course.
How many?
We both like 2. That would be the ideal number. Okay. No more than 3.
Yeah, they don't want too many strokes running around.
My brother has his 3rd on the way.
Good for him.
All 3 are girls, so pressure's on to have a boy.
So keep the Strofe name going.
Yeah.
Are you the last?
Yeah, I just have one brother.
Oh wow. It's a lot of pressure.
Oh, should you guys talk about that?
Talk about what? That
you might be the last chance for.
Oh yeah. Well, as soon as we found it, they just had their gender reveal.
Mrs. Appleman is in 2.
Oh, right.
Mrs. Appleman.
That's 2 witnesses.
There it is. Congratulations, Stroof.
It's this weekend, Appleman. Can you get there?
What's the updated money line?
4.5 to 1.
Strofe.
So what's that? Plus 450?
Mm-hmm.
I feel good about you, Strofe.
Strofe, we could share an anniversary.
Saturday.
How about that?
And look how great they are.
Yeah.
I'm actually, but I don't ever.
4 to 1.
But hold on, I don't want to ever get to a point in my relationship if my soon-to-be wife is pregnant.
Oh wow, soon-to-be wife. Wow.
This is 2.5 to 1.
This is changing by the minute.
Soon to be wife. You just
Tyler moved in with his girlfriend after 3 months. They've been married going on 11 years.
Hey.
Me and my wife Brittany Brittany from Aaron dated. Oh, this is Dave from Aaron. Me and my wife Brittany from Aaron dated 2 months, got engaged, married 6 months after that, and have been together since 2013.
Success story. See, sometimes when you know.
Appleman says he can do it.
Let's make it happen.
We need to start researching chapels.
Do we need to get you a wedding gift?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is quick.
You better reconsider your outfits as well.
I might have to.
Yeah, go ahead. Go get you a $100 hookup.
Ben's looking at me right now because he knows there's actually a possibility because I'm not much of a wild card.
I want it to happen. I don't want to get my hopes up. I don't want to get KBN Nation's hopes up for you to come back to say, we got in a fight.
We're not going to get in a fight. We don't fight. We don't fight. We just talked about this.
I don't like back to 4 to 1.
Yeah.
We don't fight all relationships.
We have Okay, but I view fights as explosive and personal attacks and rude. I view arguments differently. Like, I think we argue a lot, but, we're also different because we do have personal attacks here. But those are out of jest.
Wait, we do personal attacks?
Yeah, he's the most unathletic human being to grace this earth.
You don't know what you want from your sports team.
That's okay. Here we go.
You don't.
You're
the middleman Kyle.
I do see that. Maybe you two,
Kyle.
You two do personal attacks, not Brad and I.
Yeah, we keep it above the line.
We are above that
because you guys are soft.
Oh wow,
can't handle criticism.
Wow, just so mean.
Strofe is gonna be walking.
Dude, I am dying for when you come back next week Tuesday. For there to be, you should wear gloves. You should wear gloves.
Did you cut his mic off?
No, I didn't. I think he turned it off.
You should wear gloves on Tuesday when you come back.
You know, it's really funny you say that because I bought gloves on Amazon about an hour ago.
Wow.
Why?
For your exact idea. There will be a reveal.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
John, you're being selfish here, but I see what you're trying to do. He says, this isn't me being selfish, but let's get KBN Nation out and about. So I think he's saying you can't get married because he wants to be there, and he thinks you'll have
It's nice of you, John.
a table of KBN Nation fans.
Are you having a table of KBN Nation fans?
No, but I don't have a lot of control over the invite list.
Yeah.
You have a little bit more freedom as you're talking about eloping on the air.
Yeah, I can't afford that. I'm sorry, KBN Nation.
If we were to dictate, like, of the four of us, who would be the most likely to elope? Am I atop of that list, especially given the conversation?
If I could go back in time, probably would have done it.
Yeah, you had a child before you got married, so that would make sense.
Oh, wow.
You've gone the non-traditional route.
That wasn't why. But thanks for telling me why I was going to do it, Stro. Telling me what I was going to do.
Sinner!
Sinner! You said that this is very non-traditional, and that sounds like something I would do, and I would say your relationship also technically
Don't compare me to you. I'm going to go to the pool with my fiance and my daughter, non-traditionally, to the Princeton Club of New Berlin because they welcome anybody. No goal is too small or too big. Just get started over there for your better tomorrow. No goal, too small or too big. I'm going to say that a lot because I am working on it. The muscles are coming in. I still got to shed some of the stomach area that I've grown with being the dad bod. But that's why New Berlin in the Princeton Club area is amazing. The Princeton Club in the New Berlin area, open 24/7, free childcare with membership. Join today for a better tomorrow. More success stories are coming in on the Carbless Talking text line. Strofe's getting married this weekend. This is huge.
Hold on. Maybe.
No, he's getting married next.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
I'm sorry that I don't want to touch Ben's Peter.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Well, we got a couple of issues now. We've got a vehicle fire. Technically, it's on the ramp from Greenfield Avenue to southbound 894. That ramp is closed. Actually, it's just past that on 894 southbound. The right lane is also blocked with this, so give yourself tons of extra time if you have to go through that area. Other than that, eastbound 94, we've got some backups from 84th Street to Hawley Road. The westbound side's backing up just a bit from 35th Street to about Mitchell Boulevard. We've also got an issue in the Mitchell interchange on 94 southbound. Basically, just south of the Mitchell interchange, the left shoulder is blocked with a crash as well. So that's going to be affecting your ride. Starting to see delays coming out of the Plainfield curve. Traffic is brought to you by the Bud Pavilion's free concert series, Wednesday Night Live. Gates open Wednesday at 6 with live music starting at 7. Generation Z takes the stage Wednesday Night Live at the Bud Pavilion at State Fair Park. And check the TMJ4 Storm King forecast. Tonight, mostly clear skies, a low of 64. Tomorrow, partly sunny with a chance of showers and storms, a high of 81. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazga on 94.5 ESPN.
The 2025 Delzer ESPN Milwaukee Open is back at the Bog. Tune in all day on July 15th for our ESPN Milwaukee crew having fun and hitting the links. The 2025 Delzer ESPN Milwaukee Open is sponsored by Carbless, Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, Fifth Third Bank, Cider Heating, Plumbing and Electrical, Gruber Law Offices, Welke's Milwaukee Florist, and Jet Out. Join in on the fun July 15th on 94.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
Modernizing business technology is critical for a positive impact on efficiency and reducing operating costs. That's exactly what Tri-City National Bank found out when they called on James Imaging Systems. Listen to bank CIO Robert Prang.
We also went through a large retooling of our print environment, changing from where we had almost 200 printers.
All the way down to just 97 printers. That's managed print services from James Imaging Systems, a 100% locally owned and managed Wisconsin business technology company.
So being able to work with a local company like James that has that flexibility with their staff and being able to deliver for us has given us the ability to make the right decisions for our organization.
Robert, would you recommend managed print services from James Imaging Systems?
Yes, in a heartbeat, I would recommend James.
Learn more at jamesimaging.com. James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner.
Windows, windows, windows. You hear all about everyone's windows and how theirs are the greatest. I'll tell you, our windows are the best as well. Hi, I'm Eric Brown, owner of Siding Unlimited, and I'm right there with you. We've taken the most trusted brand in windows, Pella, and paired them with such an outstanding business that we will deliver results to you at your home. Siding Unlimited has won Pella's prestigious 5-time Pella Platinum Premier National Contractor of the Year award. Siding Unlimited is the company to install your new windows.
At Citizens Bank, community banking is you, growing your business with a partner who gets it. It's you, buying your first home with a lender who makes it easy. It's you, building a future with savings that work just as hard as you. And it's us, working together to strengthen our community. Because at Citizens Bank, community banking means you plus us. Visit us at citizensbankwi.bank. Citizens Bank is member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
College students, are you looking to make your campus living more comfortable, functional, and fashionable this year? Let IKEA help. From innovative storage solutions and furniture to maximize your space, to fashionable bedding and accessories to make it uniquely yours, IKEA is helping make college living truly inspired by you. And now, qualified college students can save even more with 15% off their IKEA purchase when they sign up for IKEA Family for free. Visit IKEA Oak Creek, IKEA Schaumburg, or check out the Ready for College section on IKEA.com/US to learn more.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
This time of year, you know you want to get out there and move around, but if you got pain in your knees, your hips, your shoulders, or your back, then you can't do that. You're not living the life that you should be living, but QC Kinetics is here to make sure that you get that life back. QC Kinetics is the nation's leader in regenerative medicine. They're able to employ things like advanced cellular therapies, plasma-rich platelets, all things that help your body heal. Now you're going to go in there, you're going to get your free consultation, put an ultrasound to wherever that is, and the professionals at QC Kinetics will thoughtfully and personally guide you through a personal plan of recovery so that you can get back to a life of satisfaction. Speaking of satisfaction, 92% of patients report satisfaction with their results, and they're just not a number. That's 92% of people that are living their best life and enjoying everything that a pain-free existence has for them. So whether it be chronic tendinitis, arthritis, whatever it is, QC Kinetics will have a path for you to a pain-free life. Check them out today and get your free consultation at QC Kinetics. Call them at 414-285-3474, 414-285-3474, 414-285-3474.
Stro, I don't know why you won't put this up on the poll. The 414-hour theme presented by Siding Unlimited. What's more likely, the Brewers make a move for a bat at the trade deadline, or Strofe elopes in Vegas this weekend?
The reason I won't put it on the poll is because I don't think it's particularly close.
You eloping.
In what direction?
The eloping is definitely more likely.
Wow.
Strofe's in love.
Strofe is in love. Nothing says love more than Vegas, little chapel, some wedding
Homer's
bells.
here, and it's always good to see Homer. He's one of the smartest men in our building. Homer, is it trashy to elope in Las Vegas?
But
in your
who
opinion?
cares?
Yeah.
Nothing matters but the people involved. I don't understand, aside from religious issues, why anyone gets married.
You mean legal?
wow.
Okay, wow, this is going down.
Oh, wow.
So did you get married because of religious reasons?
Odds just changed.
I got married for the reason that most men got married.
Why?
I don't believe I want to go there.
Oh, you said this before. Oh, Homer, you should have been a player. You don't need to get married for all that.
Depends on.
Okay, now we're
Yeah, now that's to each their own, Kyle.
What do you mean? Oh, stop it.
Okay, I don't know if we want to go there, but I don't know.
I don't want to go there.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, well,
Homer wanted to express himself.
To know his wife. To know her.
Got it.
There we go. I feel like I said that in a respectful way to everybody.
Express
what
himself.
has changed significantly
is what?
Women.
Okay. Meaning?
There, how many women live? Like, if you live together with someone, why do you get married?
Yeah.
Okay, so women's willingness to
800-990-3776 is the Carvelous Talk and Text line. Less is more.
Sorry, I can leave, can't I?
No, you're good. You can say that.
Homer, you can say whatever you want. You can blame it on your age.
I'm not saying I have no issue to say whatever I want. I'm amazed by young people. Like, if you live together,
You're amazed by Ben in his situation.
No, I'm not. Amazed is the wrong word. I mean, it's just different. But yes, if we're living together and we have a kid, then I don't know, unless one person really wants to get, I don't see the point of getting married at all.
I live with my fiance, and she wanted to get married.
Okay, well.
She wanted the Wallace last name. What can I say?
She can take that without getting married.
Brad, speaking from experience as well here, as the two married men of the panel, better tax benefits when married?
Yes, you get much better tax benefits.
That's important,
but even outside.
If the best you got is tax benefits.
But Homer,
they do say
we're talking about like the legal side of things right now.
Even outside of like religious purposes.
Yes, that's where I'm going.
Don't you think emotionally, if you're going to build a life with someone, there should be, and both people would want to promise that you will stick together, and there is no greater promise of doing that than marriage.
The promise that we understand means nothing by the percentage of people that get divorced.
That's true. That promise turns out to be a very expensive promise when you don't want to be promised no more.
There's no history of what you're doing. The greatest loyalty that the two of you have is to stay together, to live together.
That's true.
And what greater loyalty is there than that? Because the other supposed loyalty, it means nothing to such a large percentage and all the problems it creates.
That's true.
Like, there's a great...
Mo money, mo problems.
There's a great loyalty of, I live with you today and I'm coming back tomorrow.
I don't need no reason to tell me that.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, there is a beauty in that. Not my beauty, not his beauty in Brad or Ben.
There is beauty in seeing comedy in Milwaukee. I can tell you that much.
Oh, wow.
Adam Sandler's coming to Milwaukee, and right now is your chance to win.
Well, if you've enjoyed this, I'll tell you what you'll enjoy on October 5th.
Some good comedy. Adam Sandler. We're giving away 2 tickets to see Adam Sandler. If you're caller number 12 right now, you're going to win 2 tickets to see Adam Sandler on Sunday, October 5th. That is Sunday, October 5th. Sunday, October 5th. Clear the calendar. Make sure you're available. 2 tickets right now. Caller number 12, 800-990-3776. That is 800-990-3776. You will win 2 tickets at Fiserv Forum Sunday, October 5th. 800-990-3776. Caller 12 for Adam Sandler. Brian Bulaga next.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
What's going on? Ben, come on.
It's getting tough. It's getting slow.
Ben, don't be pathetic. Your father's with your baby. They're listening. You gotta be better.
But I'm giving it my all.
I don't know what you're at either.
Stop humping the ground.
Yeah.
Get up.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. You really want a summer of entertainment?
My job to win a World Series is my job to provide a summer of entertainment.
Be careful what you wish for.
Struck him out looking. Ball game over. It's a grand slam. Dives. He caught it. Struck him out looking. Oh, my goodness. Christian Yelich. Mizorowski. Sal Freeling. Trevor McGill.
Everything Brew Crew lives right here. 94.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
Get in on Brewers and Nationals action July 11th through the 13th.
Celebrate with the crew at the Negro Leagues tribute game on the 11th and get a 90s throwback jersey on the 12th. Get your seats now at Brewers.com.
Hey, this is Brad Nortman, here to tell you about my friends at Bank 5-9. Everywhere I go throughout the area, I see Bank 5-9, and it's no wonder why. Not only do they have 14 branch locations, but their employees spend nearly 9,000 hours each year volunteering in the communities that they serve. That's on top of the financial support that they provide to several hundred nonprofits right here in southeastern Wisconsin. If you're looking for a true local community bank, check them out today at bank59.com. Member FDIC.
Men's wedding bands made from whiskey barrels and meteorites.
Welcome to Kessler's.
The Bud Pavilion's free concert series Wednesday Night Live is a must this summer. This Wednesday, gates open at 6 with music from Generation Z starting at 7. Epic bands, unforgettable nights. It's Wednesday Night Live at the Bud Pavilion at State Fair Park with Generation Z.
For over 50 years, Cousin Subs has celebrated and embraced the traditions of their home state of Wisconsin. And now, Cousins will be honoring a Wisconsin tradition like no other with their pull tab giveaway promo. Now through July 6th, while supplies last, guests will receive a Cousins pull tab with a sub or sub-inable purchase for a chance to win Cousin Subs for a year and much more. For additional info and official rules, visit cousinsubs.com/pull tabs. One pull tab per customer per transaction per day. To receive a pull tab with no purchase necessary, see official rules.
1, 2, 3 into the 4. Avondale Roofing is knocking on your door. Leaking roof? Man, that's a shame. Call the real pros. We running this game. We patch it, thatch it, no need to stress. Our crew shows up and cleans up the mess. No drips, no drafts, no drama at all. Just tight new shingles, then a leak-proof hall. Hey.
It's nothing but Avondale, baby. They keep it dry when the weather gets crazy. Hey.
Visit AvondaleRoofing.com. That is AvondaleRoofing.com.
Is that knee, hip, or shoulder pain not getting any better? Maybe you're stuck in a cycle of steroid shots and now talking about surgery. Well, before you head down that road, you need to check out my friends at QC Kinetics. Hey, it's Brad Nortman, and I've got to tell you about how QC Kinetics is revolutionizing medicine with their regenerative and cellular treatments. Using their advanced cellular therapy, QC Kinetics is helping your body heal itself. And don't just take my word for it. The results from their patients is off the charts. 92% of patients report satisfaction with their results. In fact, most people that come in for their free consultation ask if they can just start right away. It doesn't cost a thing for that second opinion with QC Kinetics. You owe it to yourself to live a pain-free life, and you owe it to yourself to check out QC Kinetics. The results could be life-changing. Call QC Kinetics today at 414-285-3474. 414-285-3474. That's 414-285-3474.
I feel so stuck.
The Veterans Crisis Line is here for you. Dial 988, then press 1 to call.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
I've got some famous friends you probably never heard of.
The open road is calling your name, and the ride begins at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. This July, you can burn up some major rubber on a custom Harley-Davidson of your dreams in the Fire Up Your Fantasy motorcycle giveaway. Just play with your rewards card all July for entries, Thursday drawings for extra cash, and rewards play. Fire up your fantasy, only at Potawatomi. More info at Potawatomi.com. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play. The odds over at Potawatomi Casino Hotel Sportsbook have Alex Stro eloping. Yes, plus 325. No, minus 500. Brian Bulaga joining us here. Brian, any advice for Strofe if he does decide to elope this weekend?
Oh, that's a good question. I can't say I'm like the expert go-to for that because I didn't do that.
For marriage,
no, for eloping.
He needs marriage help. I think he needs to work on more of his challenges.
Oh, for marriage help. Okay. For marriage help, I feel like I think people sometimes make it way harder than what it should be in some situations. I think if you're with someone that's that you're comfortable with. You should be able to communicate very easily. And if you're able to communicate, things should be pretty simple, right? Like if the lines of communication are open, things should be very simple. Obviously, if lines of communication are not open, well, now we're talking some major issues. So,
Strofe, let's take a quick pause here. Let's grade. Give your relationship a grade on lines of communication.
A+.
A+.
Wow. That's a 4.0 student when it comes to relationship school game.
Yeah, this 25, 26-year-old's got it all figured out.
It's a lie.
Yeah.
What do you mean it's a lie?
It's not an A+. Not an A+. Ask anybody they've known.
Brian, how would you rate your lines of communication?
Homer, I've got an in-law suite. You want to come stay with me for a week and then you can grade it?
You'll not get an A+.
Yes, I will.
Okay, whatever.
Well, I mean, like my lines of communication right now, like now that we're, what am I, 12 years into marriage? Well, I'd say they're pretty good right now. I mean, obviously, there's always disagreements.
Oh, no
doubt
A+.
about that.
You need to talk to Strofe and get things worked out.
Yeah, got to find your soulmate, Brian.
Wow. That's wild. That's wild.
Man.
There have been a lot of soulmates that didn't get to A+, just on the lunch.
Strofe, you better be careful, Mrs. Balaga. You better be careful, man.
Yeah.
You just made a potential enemy that I don't think you wanted to make.
I don't think I want to. I don't want to get slapped or hit or punched by either of the Balagas.
Yeah, no, but no. Listen, you know what, Strofe? I'm happy for you. That's great. I like A+. That's good. That's starting out marriage on the right foot. That's good.
He's a positive guy.
He is. He's going to support it.
I feel like everything Brian has said has aligned with what Strofe has said, so the odds are getting better for this eloping. Brad, take Brian through your list. Let's see if he thinks you're fair or unfair.
Okay, I'm going to roll through this super quickly, Brian. ESPN came out with a top 10 running backs in the NFL. I put top 10 running back and quarterback combos. So I want you to know your opinion on this. Number 10, Joe Burrow and Chase Edmonds. Number 9, CJ Stroud, Joe Mixon. Matthew Stafford and Kyron Williams. Number 8, Patrick Mahomes. Number 7, with whoever they throw back there. I know it's Pachenko right now, Kareem Hunt, but whoever they throw back there, he's at minimum a 7, whoever he's there with. Number 6, Brock Purdy, Christian McCaffrey. Number 5, Jordan Love and Josh Jacobs. Above them, number 4, Jared Goff, Jahmyr Gibbs, Josh Allen, and James Cook. Number 3, Hurts and Barkley. And then at the top of the list, Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry. That puts, as I said, Jordan Love and Josh Jacobs 5th. Do you think that's too high, too low, or just right, being top 5 for Jordan Love and Josh Jacobs?
No, I think that's a pretty good list. I mean, I think the 49ers kind of get a bump because of McCaffrey. I'm not sure. I'm not sold on the quarterback play there. But I think obviously McCaffrey gets there. I mean, I think the other combos above them are really good, right? Like above Jordan Love and Jacobs are really good. You can't, if there's a little bit of a deficiency in the quarterback play, obviously the running back play raises up, that combo significantly. Like I think you could look at the Eagles, for instance. Like I think Jordan Love, from a quarterback standpoint, and Hurts, I think I'd look at Jordan Love as probably an overall better quarterback. But then you look at Saquon, and how does that equation mash together? I mean, it makes sense. So I think it's a good list. I think it's fair. It's just one of those things. Like I think Jordan Love, if he plays a little more consistently, which we all know he can do, they jump up that list pretty close to, that probably 2-3 slot easily.
Brian, really quickly, am I wrong for thinking it's a lot of gross to pee in a lake directly next to people? Just swimming in a pool of pee.
Pivot.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's gross to pee in a pool or a lake next to somebody.
Thank you, Brian.
Come on,
Thank you, Brian. This is why I like Brian Bulaga. He has good sense. That boy from Iowa, Brian Bulaga, Iowa, good sense. Good sense.
From the Chicagoland.
Well, he went to Iowa. So from Chicagoland, but went to Iowa.
I pee next to people all the time.